Hello. Can you guys hear me in chat? Let me know if everything's working fine, and then I have Venom Steak here with me, and Wrigglypuff will be joining us later, and we're going to do just a quick rundown here before the match starts on some predictions and what we're generally thinking to expect in this map. All right, excellent. They can hear me. So let's go ahead and get into this. So Venom is with me here. If you want to say hi, Venom.
Alrighty, hello everyone. It's good to be here.
Excellent. So we're going to talk about the match here real quick. So we're seeing two teams here. We've seen Boomrat Brothers before, and then obviously we have Flamnux as well. The map that we're going to be looking at is Acara. Now, what do you think is the best sort of strategy going into this map, Venom Steak? This is going to be a map that it's going to be fairly temperate. Usually it's between 0 and 20 degrees, quite a wide range, lots of plant coverage. Do you think we're going to see something more aggressive or passive? What are your thoughts?
Oh man, it depends. So do we have a cotton on this map or what?
Yeah, this map does have cotton accessible.
Yeah, so if there's cotton and steel, obviously the dominant strategy here is going to be going for flak armor because it protects your torso. It'll keep you alive in a firefight. And yeah, it's going to be most important to go ahead and get that for both your people first. It's definitely your first goal. I think too we're going to see good old shotguns, or I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we're going to see shotguns or combat pistols or
Yeah, it's going to be
great weapons again?
interesting. There's a lot of ways we could go, and I actually was lying. This map does not have cotton. Um,
Oh no.
so baited there. Yeah, so I'm just looking right now. This one does not have access to psychite or cotton. It has access to pretty much all the other materials here, and this is a capture duster one. So that means there's a lot of open map here. Lots of possibility. I think we could see great bows again. I know that you did a match with me before too, and we did see that great bows and steel armor, I think, which was a interesting combination. So there's lots of different ways this could go. If it was a battle in the open, what would your bet be on the dominant weapon?
Oh, dominant weapon out in the open, 100% is the great bow. It's easy to make, it's cheap, it's one of those things that's got good range and decent power too. As far as the more conventional weapons like the guns and whatnot, there's nothing that you can make that's quick. Like even a bolt action takes a long time. That's the only thing that could really keep up. But if somehow they can manage like say an assault rifle, that's definitely got it in the bag. But otherwise, for it's still 2 day grace period, correct?
Yep, we have a 2-day grace period, and then we also have that timer that's just based off Luciferium addiction for 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days, right? Yeah, man, Great Bill's gonna be tough to beat. It's just one of them things, we saw Hot Wives pull it off a couple rounds ago with the plate armor and the flowers and the great bow. That's still just the legendary match in my mind.
Exactly, exactly. And one of the players that did that actually is casting with us, and he will be joining us in just a bit. He's running a little behind. But as you can see on his avatar on the screen, the Jigglypuff, he is holding his daylilies because they were known for building a bunch of daylilies to keep the mood up. And completely unique. So you think we're going to see possibly great bows, a bolt action? You made a good point. It could come out. We typically don't see teams investing in those really late game weapons like assault rifles, even though they could be highly dominant. Do you think there's any chance we see some late game tech, or do you think this one's going to be more of a quick match since it is a capture duster, so you can get moving after 2 days?
Man, if they're crazy, they might try it, but there's just no way you're gonna get everything you need done, and then build like a quality weapon that takes like 600 work. But nah, my bet's gonna be on people are just gonna go for quick and dirty and use the great bows, unless if it's a really open map like you're talking about, there's just the smartest thing you can do is give yourself some range and some decent power for little work as possible, so you
And
can focus
yeah.
on other tasks.
That's a good point. We did have a semifinals just last weekend, and that was an interesting one too, though, because they did actually have a great bow, but the other team, they pinned them in. They had two shotguns, but they could not advance because they have that great bow, and the other team had two shotguns. So you can get in a situation where you know that you can't get close quarters and force someone out, and if they're in their base, they have lots of food. How would a team flush out a team that's just gonna, stay in there and wait for you to come to them?
You don't. You simply give up and embrace the sweet release of death. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. I guess the trick you do it versus AI at least, because that's where my forte is with this game. What you do in those situations is you just generally what you want is a shield belted colonist. So you use someone as a draw, right? A shield bearer, and you have someone shoot behind them to try to draw fire. and then you can force an approach literally with just the shield belt, because the great bow is not going to take down the shield belt anytime soon. But yeah, it does put you at a disadvantage too, because if you have two people firing on one guy, it can be a real issue. So it's really all just positioning. Like if you can get a situation, your only hope in that situation, in my opinion, is if you get in real close with a good melee weapon. Like say there's plasteel on the map and you manage to get a plasteel knife. It's really high damage, relatively quick to make, and it'll definitely out melee any weapons, right? Any standard weapons, except for like masterworks. But if you can get in there with a good knife and just absolutely just murk one dude, your close range can come in before them, right? Because they're going to be focusing on double teaming the first guy. But that's the thing, man. Like all this stuff I'm describing, that's so much coordination.
It's true.
So much commitment. And like your only advantage there is the fact that maybe they're not prepared. But then again, maybe they are. Maybe you got maybe you got crap tier RNG and you get like a poorly made, what's it called, a shield belt, you know?
Oh yeah,
There's
that
just
would
lot
be a
of
shame.
strategies long range. So,
Yeah, and that's a great point too. With shield belts, you do definitely negate any of that range. And we had actually a game where same thing. They went for the shield belts, and the other team had really good range weapons, but they were smart. What they did is they pivoted. So the second they saw those shield belts coming out, they built melee weapons, and they barely won that fight. But it was really cool to see a team that realized those shield belts are going to take so many shots. Now, if you have the
who did that?
that was Caesar's Legion. So it was a quarterfinal match, I believe. And Caesar's Legion was against Hot Wives. And Hot Wives had the shield belts they built. And then Caesar's Legion had already invested in, I think, a bolt action and a pistol. But what they did is they saw that. They knew they had zero chance of breaking it down, especially because it was capture a temple, if I remember correctly. So they were going to be forced in a close range. And they just completely swapped to double breach axe. And they went in there with uranium breach axes and they took it home.
Yeah, I think I was actually, yeah, I believe I was there for that match then. Because I remember that. That's the one I was thinking about with the whole, like, the approach. But, no, that was a good time. For this match, though, we'll see. It's anyone's game. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see kind of how they go about it, because I've noticed too, the longer this tournament goes, people are starting to care a bit more, because obviously there are some prizes for this tournament. So we are going to see people that have more advanced strategies, and there's a bit more effort and careful planning going in. We saw 3 skirmishes last game, which was unheard of. Teams going in, take a few shots, but another team wanted to completely lose it by making too many risky moves. They withdraw back, and that was really neat to see.
Yeah, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to see some of that action going down.
All right, well, excellent. So we are going to, for you guys watching, cut to the map intro here in just 1 second, because exactly 11 in a minute and a half the match will start. Then we're going to jump into this. We will have Venom and Wrigley join us on day 2 of each match to just discuss kind of the general flow and where we're going for it. And that should give a little more color during the casting. It is a best of 3, so there's going to be 3 matches smack in a row, and between every single match we're going to come back to the casting desk here. We'll discuss it, we'll discuss what's going forward, what strategies we like, see who we're favoring to win. Right now, Venom, who you think's going to win? Just shoot me a name.
Blue team or red team rules. Oh crap, gold team rules. I screwed it up. I'm sorry. Sorry, SpongeBob fans. Anyway.
All right, so it looks like Venom's going for Boomrat Brothers. Right now, I am slightly siding towards Boomrat Brothers, but I do know Flamnux is an excellent team as well. Thanks, Venom, and we'll touch back in just a bit.
Yeah. Money's on them then.
Acara is a 2v2 map located in an arid grazing ground that provides sanctuary from the surrounding desert. It features a mild climate, thin plant coverage, lots of grazing animals, and limited access to valuable minerals. The objective here is to capture the Duster. The first side to steal the other team's Duster and bring it back to their base wins the match. Players have 6 days before Luciferium addictions kick in and kill them. Welcome to Acara.
All right, and we are going to get started here. So let's go ahead and get this all pulled up. And I'll fix that because the overlay is just being a bit off. I just unpaused here too, so if you're just tuning in, you have not missed anything. Let me get that chat box. Looks like ass. There we go. I think that's good. All right, perfect. Anyone has any problems with the overlay or setup, let me know, and we are going to get started here. So teams have just unpaused. We are on the 2nd of April, May. That means that they have the full day of the 2nd, they have the full day of the 3rd, and then on the 4th day, the truce period is over. For anyone that's never watched a game before, there is a Luciferium need on all Paultons, all colonists, and that means that after 6 days, shit's gonna go completely downhill. So teams are strongly advised to fight or do objective before day 6. And that's just because they're going to start breaking, some pawns can instantly die. It's generally a death sentence, so that means that the teams have some initiative to not turtle in camp. So let's look at some base designs here. Actually, we'll give them a second, I'll discuss the objective for anyone that hasn't seen this map before. So Acara is a really interesting map. It is completely open here. So there's lots of room for long-range weapons. Some maps we have are much more close range. And the objective here is to capture the duster. So you can see there's a blue duster on this side for the blue team. There's a red duster on this side for the red team. And then what happens is you need to get the duster and you need to just get it back to your square. Do that and you win. Simple enough. There's this little wall in between. For the first 2 days, there's a truce period. You can't cross this wall. Players are more than aware of this. And that's kind of the gist of the objective. Most teams usually end up fighting. We haven't really seen a capture the duster one go past maybe, I don't know, I think we haven't seen anyone even pick up a duster, because normally what happens is once you cross the map, the other team knows that it's make or break and they need to kill you ASAP. But let's check out what goes on here. So we did talk to Venom earlier. And he had a good point. He said, hey, great bows are going to be the weapon of choice for this one. And I think great bows are a good early game option. I think the bolt action does take precedence. Both teams have plenty of materials here, lots of components, lots of steel. Oh, it's nice of Zeus to fix up the table. And look at this, they're utilizing everything near them. This is nice to see. I think it's a good strategy. Every second you can save completely counts. Let's just read chat here quickly. Pull off ARs. Oh, and thanks everyone for showing up. Yeah, ARs are definitely the best case, but then on that same note, all that time that you invested into an AR, they could make a shield belt, and then it would be tough to fight with that. Ants are fluffies, Boomrat bros for life. Yes. Oh yeah, he tested it. Yeah, Barnaba tests a lot of stuff in chat. This guy's like a mastermind. So in chat, if you guys want to let me know, what's your prediction? Boomrat Bros or Flamnux? Boomrat is on the left side in the red. Flamnux is in the blue. Both these teams have so much experience playing. I don't think we're going to see a single misstep in terms of silly mistakes. So I think this is going to be a really good one. And they're both building right beside each other, and this is always lovely to see. This means that we're going to see both teams have full ability to see each other's base all the time, and you can scout, but normally if you build up here and maybe the other team builds down here, you're going to have to kind of like look over, and it's not as ideal. So when they're right beside each other, both teams can completely see what the other's up to all the time, and that adds a whole another kind of layer of tenseness here. It is interesting to note though that both teams are not building at all near the duster. So if one team was able to sneak in and pull it up and through, there would be no opposition on the upper side of the map. So that is a strategy here. We could see one team maybe with a long range weapon like a great bow, holding down, let's say, a corridor, preventing the other team from advancing while the other member goes through and tries to get to that duster. I don't know. Lots of different ways this could be approached. And it looks like we got a machining table right away. This is interesting. We're not seeing any animal hunting currently from either team. Actually, though, we did just see a great bow, and that will very likely be used to hunt animals. But we are seeing a machining table right out the gate here. Normally we see teams make a bow for early game hunting. In this case, it looks like we're going for an auto pistol. Definitely going to be an interesting choice. Maybe it's more effective at hunting. I think you get spotted quicker because you're closer to the animal, but I'm not sure. I've never tested that before. I'm sure both are plenty good though for killing stuff like rhinos. Something like a warg. As long as you get a few shots and you're probably fine. Something to note too is all these pawns have level 20 in all skills, so they will be more than amply equipped to take down any of these animals with a ranged weapon. And you might see that they have different bios here. It's mimicked, so there's a slowpoke, bloodlust, slowpoke, bloodlust. So it's completely fair for pawns. They're all the same gender, none of them hate each other. All this was tested beforehand, and also minerals are identical inside the map, they're just placed in different areas. Yeah, it looks like Boomrat Bros is the favorite in chat right now. Yeah, the auto pistol definitely is a good idea, especially when it's inside. I could see that. When you make anything outside, you really do have that penalty, and that's a good point, Barnab. It might have been smarter if they waited till they box this in to make that a great bow, because they're not even really doing anything yet. Although right as I say that, looks like Flamnux is going up. He has the bow, and I think he's going to do some rhino hunting here. On the other side, I think they're doing the same over here. Yep, looks like Hirasuda's just gonna also go rhino hunting, so two different methods. I'm curious which one is more effective. That will be a rhino revenge. It looks like the bow is insanely accurate though. Although that rhino's getting close. Oh, one rhino horn. Oh no, a Flamnux, leave it too long? What a lucky man. You see that? The rhino got one attack in and it missed. He could have straight up just got rhino horned right up the you know what, and that would have been a really tough start. And you might think, why do you play that so close? But it's much harder when you can't pause. So it's something to note. Looks like Hirasuda already took his down, so it looks like the auto pistol won that one. That poor rhino actually had an artery blockage as well, so you know, maybe it was his time to go. And Flamnux is still cutting out this rhino. So I'm going to have to give it to the auto pistol for hunting speed, at least in that round. Because that was much quicker. And look at this. What an efficient base they already got set up. They got the beds, they got the table they found. You know, the stove's up. Generator. This is neat too. This team's going for a bit of a bigger base here on Flamnux. Where we're seeing more efficiency over here on the Boomrat Bros. Imagine if he got his leg taken off. I know, right? If that rhino just got him once and it was a big hit, that actually just could have been it. You know, and those are risks that happen all the time in Rimworld. You know, a single hit from a rhino, they're a pretty high damage one. And it looks like actually there's some social banter going here. Flam disrespected Flamnux's intelligence. Probably because he got so close to the rhino, and you know what? Fair enough. Let's see over here if they're fighting at all. Look at that. They had a nice heartfelt conversation about dead loved ones. God, I love Rimworld. And the first weapon coming up here is what? They're making it LMG? Why? LMG is like not a normal weapon we would see in this situation at all. That is highly surprising. I am so curious. The LMG, if you've ever used one, has massive spray. I guess they're thinking, hey, we're level 20. This thing is just gonna tear apart anything, but this is the first LMG we've ever seen, and it's in the finals, so there's something either I do not know, or this man is absolutely wild. I like both options. And look at this. Are those fine meals? Fine meals too. These guys are living the life. This is going to be a good one. I can already tell. Oh my god, the LMG. So we're going to get the Rhino leather out for both teams. Very standard. That's going to be really good just to get some basic armor going. And then LMG from this side, and these guys are behind. Right now I'm feeling Boomrat Bros is definitely ahead. Now they do have the components stockpiled, but like this base design might have been just a bit too aggressive. They have their rhinos, they're taking quite a bit to hunt as well here. Yeah, I'm not sure. They don't even have a machining table up yet. They don't have their beds up. There's one. There's another, I guess. Was this too aggressive? I don't know. This might have been too big. I get it, using the runes is a good idea, but what they make here? Maybe about 20 steel walls to enclose that in. These guys here, they barely used any. They used a total of 9 steel walls, 10 actually, and 1 door. And that's all they needed. And they made use of the center wall here too. Whereas these guys, about 22 doors. Yeah, I'm not sure on this. Now, it's probably not the nicest looking barracks, so these guys will be taking a bit more of a mood penalty than this team because they're doing separate enclosures. And that might come into play, I'm not sure. It's something to note though for sure. Another thing to note actually is that it is 44 Celsius outside because it is a heat wave. So these guys over here, heat stroke minor, oh my god, if they lose because they aren't dealing their heat stroke, I'm gonna cry. We had a team that lost the semifinals because they didn't watch their temperature and died of hypothermia. Really hoping no repeats. Bro going for range suppression. Yeah. Oh man. Just imagine 2 LMGs Kenshin just mowing down the whole area. Wouldn't that be something? Something just happened with your microphone and it sounds way better. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. I couldn't tell you what that is, but if it sounds better, then I'll take it. Power in numbers. Yeah. Boomrat Bros used to build big bases. Yeah, and they did decide to downscale, and I think that probably is going to be the smart call here. Obviously, it's going to be less to build, and then they will be able to kind of prioritize on, you know, getting stuff. It's so funny seeing both teams out here so close to each other. I love that they're just on the opposite sides of the map. It's just great. Like, they literally can see exactly what they're up to 24/7. Love to see that. All right, so it looks like it is the first night, the second night going over here. Both teams have their bedrooms up yet? No, they do not over here on the right side. So Flamnux will still need to get their bedroom up. That bed is not made. Those walls are not made. He probably will be sleeping in the open tonight. He just really needs to prioritize getting that bed up. And they are really falling behind here. They don't have a weapon. They do have more rhino leather, but at what cost? This could really be difficult for them going into late game when they don't have a complete base and they don't have weapons. And look at this. The legendary LMG, only 460 work left. Oh, I just can't wait to just see them just spraying down here. I'm curious if we're going to see a shield belt up. We might. It might be too late. They don't even have the machine belt or machine table up, and this is going to be tough for them. They're going to be on a much shorter timer here for gear. Now, the LMG, because it's such a meme, it might actually set the Boomrat Bros back, but who knows? There seriously could be something that we are missing. Venom Stick says he did some testing. I've heard it before that the LMG is an absolute crap weapon, but have you done testing when shooting at 2-player controlled pawns with level 20 shooting? Maybe them trying to juke shots leads to them getting hit with the sheer amount of bullets being pumped out and all that suppression. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. See him LMG and respect it. Yeah, that is just amazing to see. So yeah, going to the second day here very slowly, although it looks like he's force working. Do they have a light up? They do have a light. That's very important. Some of the teams in the earlier days weren't using lights or beds properly. You always should be maxing out your efficiency. With level 20 construction, making a light takes no time at all. Making any structure is so quick. What you really want to be doing is getting that efficiency. Get your build tables inside. Get lighting beside them. Look at this. They're honoring the daylilies. Wrigglypuff would be so proud. And we just ticked over the 3rd of April, so I'm going to kick it over to the caster desk. Don't worry, you'll still be able to watch the game as we talk. And we're just going to look through the game and make some predictions here.
Just can't hit anything.
Hello, caster desk.
What's up?
Excellent. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yeah,
Yep.
mostly.
Love to hear it. All right, so let's hear some predictions.
So the LMG is a massive play. I think that's going to come in clutch. Not going to lie.
Yeah. So why do you think it's going to come in clutch? What are the uses for it? How is this going to work out for them?
The main thing is if they go shield belts, the LMG just easily counters that. It can break a shield belt in one volley, and since you can fire at point blank range, it can out DPS melee.
So you're saying that if anyone tries to do a knife rush, the LMG is going to fire so many bullets that there's no way they get in close.
I think so. I think they can cover the range, cover the short range, and just out DPS any knife, pretty much.
Amazing. All right, Venom Steak, what are your thoughts on the LMG? Let's hear it.
Oh, complete opposite take. It's garbage, man. I've tested this weapon. It's one of them things that just it'll miss half the shots.
All right,
It
but
shoots, I believe, 6
half the shots.
Per total.
But that's like 20 shots, right? So 10 hit. That sounds all right to me.
No, it's not 20 shots to the minigun. But no, it's just ass. I hate it. I hate using it.
What about 20 shooting though, Venom?
That's the thing. I haven't tested it with 20 shooting. It does change things a little bit. But we're talking about the difference between like 96% shooter accuracy versus, like 99.9 or whatever. But the issue is, LMG, there's better weapons if you're going to invest that much time in a weapon. And I don't even know if that thing's going to be done by the time they're actually starting the fight.
Oh, it
But
will.
Is there another weapon that can one shot, one volley, a shield belt? I'm not
Yes.
sure. What is it?
Yes.
Good.
Really high quality assault rifle.
That's true.
It's-
If it hits all the shots.
Are you
yeah.
sure it can destroy a full shield belt? Ooh, Psychic Soothe. That's a nice one.
I'm
That is
pretty
definitely
certain.
coming clutch for Flamnux, that's for sure. I'm honestly more worried about the mood than I am about the guns right now. Look at the mood comparison here. You got like these boys on the left here, they're doing just fine. Guys on the right, they're about to break. We got two
Yeah.
major break risks, man.
It's true, actually. Looking at the top bar, what he's talking about, if you don't know, there's a little difference in the blue, light blue versus dark blue. Right now on the team on the right here, so Flamnux, they are very unhappy mood-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is actually massive.
Yeah, man, two major break risks versus like dudes on the left. Boomrats
Yeah.
are just like, oh, we're having a good time, man.
Yeah,
We're
they're
just
chilling. They got
chilling."
flowers,
It's
fine
the
meals, an
daylilies.
LMG. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Straight for your heart, right for the flowers.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys really patented that strategy, going for the daylilies, and it seems like it's been adopted by the community with open arms.
It's pretty strong, yeah.
And they don't go bad before time's up, so you just gotta plant them once and you're good to go.
I think people forget that you can shoot like point blank guns. In normal Rimworld, you can't, and I think that's a huge game changer.
Really? With the mod, you mean?
With Gun Link.
No, just like shooting other pawns. Yeah, if one pawn's meleeing the other and they're on the same faction, then you can shoot point range.
Huh. I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, everyone's the same faction.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying the LMG out DPS is any melee weapon, and it can one shot.
And it is a lot of bullets. Now, those bullets can be incredibly inaccurate at 1x1 away, right? Like we're going to see maybe 90% of the miss. But even if one hits, if it's a good LMG, maybe that works. I don't know. I'm really curious to see it. We will see it come up. 600 work weapons are easy to complete by day 2. Typically, you have around 900 to 1,000 work you can do in weapons before day 2, I've noticed. Now, what is their second weapon going to be, though? If they go LMG, what's complementary? Let's go to Venom first. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I wouldn't have picked the LMG, but my best guess is I would definitely complement it with the shield belt and the melee, just for the simple reason that the LMG, if it does hit and if they get a good enough quality, they'll have okay accuracy. It's going to be good DPS. You need something to cover that. You need a shield man to absorb damage from the other team, especially if they're using bows. Shield belt's going to beat bows anytime. Also, just the melee to have more like consistent DPS up close. But that's just my personal take. Alternatively, I guess you could always go for the trusty old shotgun, or you know, a nice what's it called, auto pistol, just to keep like good DPS without investing too much time. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Shotguns are pretty typical. All right, so Meow, what do you think? What do you think would be a good complementary weapon to the LMG?
I think a pump shotgun, or if they have the time, then a heavy SMG. Then I don't think any melee could even touch you. Then the problem is they could be outranged, but...
It's true, and range will be a factor. Now, right now, Hirsu's getting chased by a manhunting Rhino. He actually hasn't hurt that much. It's still running very quickly at him. Oh, he's just slightly quicker, thank God. Although, but not by much. This actually could be... Oh God, is he going to get hit here? This could be bad. This could be really bad. This is a reason you might want to hunt in twos. And here Suda got hit once, but he dodged. What a RNG god. But he's going to get hit again. Oh no, is here Suda going to go down to a Rhino? Oh no. He's wounded. The Rhino is actually might kill him.
Oh, what a way to go.
So
no.
we've seen people get a bit reckless with these Rhinos. You know, if you're watching, if you ever try to hunt a Rhino, you need to be aware these things are killing machines if they get close. And it's missing so much, but God, I don't know if Hirsuda is going to survive this, and he's down.
Oh, the tension's killing me. We're like a couple seconds behind.
Oh, are you?
Oh man.
Oh God. Now Zeus has to hide in his house, working on LMG while the Rhino stalks. All right.
That's it, man.
Let's see how long. He has 11 hours, though, till he bleeds out. So that should be plenty of time if Zeus can do something about that Rhino. Yeah, the Rhino is wounded, too. But the Rhino will bleed out slower. Oh, Jesus.
Unlucky. Believers in shambles.
Yeah, well, you need to be careful, those two. We keep seeing people get really reckless with the hunting. You know, this isn't a tiny animal. It can take dozens of shots.
It's also very fast. I believe it's faster than humans' move speed by default.
It certainly looked that way. Even wounded, it was still outpacing him.
Can you finish the LMG in time?
He can't because the power's out. Oh. They ran out of wood. No, Zeus is running for it.
Dude.
Oh God, I think this might be the end of the first one. Oh no.
Jesus. Well, that went so fast.
Deconstruct the cooler, put the fuel in.
I know, he could have deconstructed the cooler, but I think this is it.
Just play some horseshoes, man. It'll be fine. Walk it off.
Oh my God. The first he's trying to punch it to death.
Oh my God.
It's all good. Just scoop some of the blood out of the sand and put it back in your...
He's down.
Well,
Rhino wins. Rhino brothers.
Oh, the Rhino brothers.
destroyed by a rhino.
Oh, amazing. So everyone watching, don't worry, this is the best of 3. But that goes to show these teams, they have been practicing so much, but one slip up and they're right back into the dumpster.
It's just Rimworld, man. One little bad move and you're done.
One bad move. Very, very thematic. All right, we're going to jump over here to the casting desk, which is still going. Oh, get that up here. And yeah, so if you guys want to discuss what you think went wrong there, I think we all know, but how that could have been avoided, and I'll get the other players into the next match here.
To be honest, I think the risk of getting the rhino was bigger than making a tribal wear. Gonna say that right now.
And do you think, though, that if they had 2 people hunting, that could have been averted?
Probably, yeah.
So, in your, how have you tackled this? You know, you're playing in this tournament. If you were trying to get meat, would have you just done the one person, maybe a longer range weapon and hope, or how would have you tackled that? Or is that just a unlucky, it happens?
Pretty unlucky, but the machine pistol, I stand the machine pistol. It's so good. It does so much damage so quickly, and you know, getting those gunshots off at like their legs and just crippling the rhino. I think the auto pistol is too slow to really kite that well.
And that's a fair point. Someone also pointed out there was lots of plants on that map that they could have harvested and eaten. So you didn't really even need that if you weren't going to go for, you know, the leather there. And I think I agree with you. The auto pistol is a great choice. Another good one for hunting, oddly enough, is the shotgun. It just does so much damage on the first shot. But once again, if the rhino doesn't get its movement speed lowered enough, it catches up to you, you know, that's disaster. So
I can jump in real quick. There's actually a counterpoint to the auto pistol. So the reason I actually wouldn't pick the auto pistol, and I'm sorry I didn't warn about this earlier, but so there's a manhunter trigger chance with different weapons, right? Shorter range weapons that fire more often. The way manhunter works is it's triggered each time you fire a shot, and the auto pistol fires a lot of shots, a lot more than say a great bow or a bolt action. So every time you fire, especially at close range, what's going to happen is you increase your chances to cause it to go manhunter, right? And as you get closer, right, which is where the auto pistol really shines, close range combat, you increase and increase and increase your chances, even with really high shooting and animal skills. So what happened there is he's too close, too many shots, triggered the thing, couldn't take him down. Now the reason you could pull it off with, say, a pump shotgun is because I believe rhinos have a body size below 3, and the pump shotgun has stopping power up to 3. So you get that like kind of stagger effect, you know, where the rhinos really slow down and stuff.
Yeah, like the stopping power. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I believe as long as the rhino's rhino, as long as the rhino's like body size is below 3, then you're gonna get that good stopping power, and it's not as much of an issue. But the auto pistol, it's got like a stopping power of 0.5. You know, there's just no way. You know, and with that really high manhunter chance, there's just no way you're gonna get wrecked.
I know a lot of people are like believers of tribal wear and dusters and everything, but I just think when it comes down to it, I don't think armor makes that much of a difference in like fights like that, you know?
No, not at that level. You need like, because the armor penetration of the attacks alone are what, like 10-15%, and your armor's only offering like 40. And so it's like, you know, you're gonna get like 25% protection, and only half of that actually blocks all damage. So
Yeah.
you're talking like 12.5% chance of no damage.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do much, you know.
Yeah, they could have gone 2 machining tables and just made like 2 LMGs or even an assault rifle instead of hunting rhinos, to be honest.
Yeah, oh, the LMG. You love your LMG, huh?
I think it's gonna have its time. It's gonna come up, and then Venom, you're gonna be eating your words.
Wombo combo. I will eat my words. It'll be LMG and another LMG.
Yeah.
Good stuff. No, that'll be fun. We'll see. We should do like a. I don't know. That'd be interesting to have like a game mode where you just have like the different guns, square them off. Yeah. One note I want to say about the machine pistol, though, 100% back you up there. It is an excellent weapon, and it's not even always at like the outright damage, but it is good. But sometimes you get really lucky and you get like a brain shot because there's just so many bullets being fired.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
your
a
chances-
liver shot, yeah, or a heart shot. There's a lot of things that you can one shot.
a
yeah,
lot of vital.
very sad to see the LMG sort of cut you off there, Venom. We're about to just jump into the second game here. We already got it all set up and ready to go. So I'm going to throw on that map intro for you guys, and then we'll be right back with the caster desk on day 2. So we'll see you in just a second.
All right, awesome.
Frosthole is a 2v2 map with a bunch of flat ice with snow on it. It features a garbage climate, 0 plant coverage, a bunch of polar bears, and lots of minerals. The goal here is to capture the Parka. The first side to steal the other team's Parka and bring it back to their base wins the match. Players have 6 days before Luciferium addictions kick in and kill them. Welcome to Frosthole. All right, and we are back. So this is FrostHeim. And you're going to be seeing a lot of cold in this map. So we'll go ahead and unpause for the players here. And they are ready to go. And out the gate, look at this. They were all ready. We're going for that mining ASAP. I think it's a good idea to try to get locked into certain areas as quick as possible. And looks like they're just wandering here, oddly enough. They might need to manually do something. I'm not sure. There we go, digging at compact steel. All right, so what is important on this map to note? So once again, we have Capture Duster, or in this case, it will be Capture the Parka. Teams will be interested, obviously, in trying to do that objective. If we do get to that point, last game, if you missed it, we had a tragic Rhino accident where a Rhino ended up gunning someone down. So we are 1 point for Flamnux. And that is going to be kind of a general recap. It was an interesting game because Boomrat Brothers looked like they came in with the setup. They were ahead in build. They were making an LMG. We've never seen one before. That would have been so cool to see. But as fate would have it, they got absolutely murdered by a Rhino. And that does happen. We all play Rimworld. One of the reasons we love it is the RNG, the randomness, the just like real life. You know, you're walking down the street, a fucking bus just hits you, you're dead. We enjoy that. If you didn't like that, you would not be playing Rimworld. You'd probably be playing Stardew Valley or something. So once again, RNG does happen. Hunting mistake gone wrong, but best of 3, they still can make up for it. They can come back into us. They can get back. So we are going to see, can Boomrat Brothers take down Flamnux? I want to see some game predictions for this one. Capture the Parka. Both teams have ample room to get around here, and a good thing on this is it is a heat wave and a cold snap at the same time, actually. I'm not sure what happened there, but so it's slightly warm and cold. Both teams are going to be going for the geysers, though. We did see a semifinals end when one team unfortunately didn't get the geyser up in time and they froze to death quite quick. Now, something to note is when you go for too wide of a design, you might still freeze to death. Something important here is getting it small and efficient. They could have actually not had these corner walls here. They could have saved themselves 4 spots, but they're not risking anything here. They already have their warm pit, and this is smart. Once they roof this in, these guys on Boomrat Bros are going nowhere. And hyperthermia minor already. Yeah, this is too aggressive. We actually might see another team freeze to death. I think this is too much. Because once that starts to scale up, they lose map manipulation, and it just goes downhill from there. Kenshin with a big $5 donation. Thank you so much, Kenshin. Will there be an after-match fiesta today? Yeah, of course. We'll hop everyone in after the match, and we'll get everyone to, we'll have some sort of scenario, depending on how many people we have. I might just do a normal game mode with no truce period, but we'll have something fun just for the community after that. So anyone that's watching that wants to play in that, that will be after the best of 3 is done. I do think this is really playing with fire, though. They do have some roofs going up already, but they're not done, and they still need, they have the steel, but look, they're slowing down. This is going to be close. Not as close as before. I think it's doable. I just would not have risked this, though, because if you get a few construction botched, like these guys are so close now. The second it hits major, you're more likely to break whatever you're building. You're slower, and you're slower on ice sheet on top of that. So it's like a double whammy. They really need to finish this wall, though, as quick as they humanly can. If they botch this construction, they might just be out. They have 2 walls left. That's going to be close. On the other side, these guys, they're fine. They have tons of time. If you can see here, they're only shivering because they just hung out in their little heat dome here. You know, crack a cold one, hang out in this little area. That's the way to do it. Small, have a little place to act as a recon point from. These guys, you know, they're making their forever home here, and I get that. You know, it's respectable. It will require less building in the long term, but in the short term, that could be an issue if it went wrong. Now, I think this is enclosed. Yeah, it's indoors now, as you can see in the bottom right. We're about 10 Celsius going up, so they're fine. All right, well, this is excellent. We didn't have a team that froze to death this one. I'd love to see that. I did want to see an actual match. It is very Rimworld for people to die to weather conditions, but it is also nice to see PvP and not just survival. Now, all these matches, they always have ample resources. They have ample setups, but as you could imagine, when you're against another team, you're trying to maximize your time. You start to take some risks. You judge what risks are worth taking. Should I, You know, you need to hunt. So do you hunt a grizzly bear? Do you hunt a polar bear? Do you do it with one person and hope that it doesn't manhunt right away? There's a lot of variables here to consider. It's not as black as white as you might think. Yeah, the 30% hypothermia botch build chance is really high. I agree, Bernaba, and that's why it gets really risky when you wait too long here. Concrete doubles building or movement speed. Yeah, that's interesting to note. So if they built some concrete floors, they take like no time at all. You can see these guys over here just warming up. They can move really quickly. And let's see here. Yeah, so they're getting it down fully. Look at that. It's kind of like they're holding hands. What concrete will allow you to move quick. If you look here at the bottom right, when you see the bottom left corner, sorry, walk speed ice in that bottom corner, it's 48%. Might be too small for you to see. And that means that you're moving half as quick as you would on concrete. On top of that, normal dirt walking speed is even much higher. So if you look at, it's all ice, but I think there's some dirt here. Stony soil, yeah, that's similar. So like almost 90% versus 50%. So you walk much, much quicker when you have any sort of pathway or dirt opposed to ice. And that's something to keep in mind, these maps. If you're trying to run through suppression, someone has an LMG, they're firing at you and you have a melee weapon, it's going to take you almost twice as long to close that distance. Now, as you can see here, these guys have completely destroyed their starting resource pile. There's a little bit of steel and components right at the start. That's obviously to make sure both teams can get basic survival going here. On the other side, though, Flamnux are taking a bit longer to get through theirs. Now, I'm curious to see if we see Parkas. Once you have that Parka, you do not need to worry about the temperature, and that is actually massive. It's actually 10 Celsius outside, though, currently, so that's nice to see. Cargo pods dropped. What were they? Oh, and look at this. These guys got a bunch of fine meals dropped to them. Oh, that must feel amazing. Normally, the random events, we see people getting the plague right away. We see people getting the flu right away. We see people normally getting really shitty random events. Heat waves, you know, cold snaps, all that. But this time, Randy decided, hey, here's 23 fine meals to the team on the right, Flamnux. And that's going to save them so much time. They don't need to worry about cooking. They don't need to worry about as much hunting. But if you want to get those Parkas up, which you will need, because if you want to fight at all, the other team does Parkas and you don't, you're going to freeze. So what all it did really is it saved them cooking time and building a cooking bench. It didn't really save them hunting time because that's still going to be a priority. But they can eat quicker. They're on less of a clock. So definitely a nice pickup there. I don't think it's game changing by any means, though. And yeah, that's I see you're calling it for Flamnux right now. All right, so I want to see some predictions again, as always, guys. I'm rooting for the Boomrat brothers. I want to see a third game. I think these guys, the LMG, that was legendary. I like their start, even though they didn't get the fine meals. I would like to see some weapons coming in pretty soon here. They are very, very hungry, as you can see here. But with that being said, you know what? I think the other team has just a big advantage right now, though. They're almost mining too much. And I get there's not many options on this map for what you make, right? For power source, but I would have liked to see some weapons coming out sooner. If they can stabilize, I'm rooting for these guys. But I think advantage right now is strongly on the other side. Just in terms of they have the fine meals, which is a bit of a mood boost too. And now they can go about mining all this out at their own pace. We're going to see those major break risks hidden really soon here. And this is really bad. I don't know why he's making this outside. So what he should have done is he should have put this build spot right here. It's indoors and then built it. This is slowing down their work speed quite a bit, as well as progressing their hypothermia. So this is a mistake. Oh, this is just so painful. He could make this so quickly if he just put a lamp right here with that steel and then made it there. My guess for the knife is he's going to go shank some rabbits. Unfortunately, this is going to take a while to complete. As you can see, normally 20 work goes by in a flash of the eye, but not outside in the freezing cold. And they're making two. Are the two knives? So this isn't a bad idea. what they're going to go for, I guarantee you, is they're going to just go stab some rabbits here for food initially. Looks like they're not going to mess with the grizzly bears. They probably have some PTSD from that rhino that went mad and killed them all, but, you know, I guess we'll see. Yeah, not needing to cook and a mood buff. It's such a massive, massive early buff. That is definitely unlucky. But on that same note, they have a much better power setup. Now, I really wish these were just in here. God, if they just made them here... There's no door there, I guess. Wait, this isn't walled in? It is only 6 degrees outside right now, so... It's not the end of the world, but this is really playing with fire. Because if it does get cold, they have nowhere to hide right now. I would have finished this first. I would have finished this up, and then at least you have a little area to hide. And I would have even made them in there, but... Oh, it looks like they insulted each other here. Well... Can't win them all, huh? On the other side, I guess last game, they had the friendly banter. This game they have the negative banter. The social game is always RNG based. So we see here Flamnux collecting the rest of the minerals. They have those fine meals. They're happy. They can sleep tonight. How are their beds? Good and excellent. All right, so massive advantage here, honestly. This could be make or break because these guys aren't going to have mental break risks even close to as quick as these guys. Look at this. Yeah, they're in extreme break territory. And the other team is in major break territory, so... This is going to be rough. If these guys don't get that food ASAP, though, they will starve to death. And that is going to be GG if that happens. So... Let's see what they do here. They still haven't completed this indoor area, though. They have some sleeping spots, no beds. I really don't like the geothermal right away. I just think that was such a time investment. But hey, you know, and look at this. They're being so careful this time. They really don't want to die to attacks again. They're going to try to just alpha strike it and boom. Look at that. The double tap. Instantly go in, just alpha strike that rabbit. They're going for another victim. Look at this, man. The timing. I bet they're counting down. Oh, and Zeus went ahead of schedule. They're just going and finding the sleeping rabbits and just stabbing them in their sleep. This is brutal. Well, they're collecting their 2. They're going home. I guess they could eat them raw. Very worst case. They do have a cooking table up. And you know what? They have the power. So you could say, hey, Tyler, you're being silly. They have the power. It's not a big deal. And you'd be right. I think if they stabilize here, they have a lead because they got that power up right away. The solar generator is not going to be good. This is a map where there will be sunlight, but I guess they have the battery to supplement it. I'm just not sure if that's going to be enough. But hey, I guess we'll find out. These games haven't had really a meta develop. We've had a lot of these guys have been playing, you know, at this point, so many games. We've seen a lot of different strategies. We've seen a lot of pioneered strategies. I'm really just kind of curious to see how it keeps developing. You know, it's really cool that we're doing the Rimworld PVP right now. You know, it's obviously a smaller audience, but I appreciate every single one of you that is out here because we are getting to, because people are enjoying this and watching, we get to do something really cool. We get to do PVP in a game that's never been done before. This is all new. No one really knows how to interact or play. And I really enjoy casting these, and it's really cool to see people develop and how they change their plans. And Rimworld's one of those games that's so diverse in strategy that we see different strategies every single time, which is really cool to see. And we are ending the 4th day here. It looks like we're tapping over to the 5th day right now. This might be the most anticlimactic final. Yeah, we'll see, Cheese. You know, I think there's a good chance that they pull it together here. He's currently sleeping and minor. Yeah, so this is the issue I was talking about. Look at this. You need to finish that wall and get rid of that hypothermia. All right, let's quickly build it. I don't know why they're still mining. If you get greedy like this, this is how it ends. Oh, they want beds. Oh, but they're going to have reduced manipulation too. And look at this. It's not even warm in there. This is... I don't know. I think they ate the raw rabbit meat, though. Some of it's missing. Am I wrong? Do they have meals? No, they turned them into meals really quickly. Yep, alright. Okay, well, at least they had that. So they did get a meal in their system. Let's hope these beds don't not go through. They do have reduced manipulation right now. It's not even warm in here either because they haven't opened up like a vent or completed that wall. Once they have that done, they have very stable power source, but maybe solar panels more than enough. Over here, they are already completing their basic needs and they're going into other needs. Now we're going to go to a casting panel. We're going to see what they think and we'll go from there. Gentlemen?
Oh, no, build the wall. Jesus Christ, you turned me into a Trump supporter.
What did I join?
Build the wall.
All right. Well, this is the casting panel, not the political panel currently. So let's switch gears here. So first question, you guys been watching the stream. Who you think is going to take the advantage? Do you think this slow approach is going to pay off for the Boomrat brothers? Do you think Flamnux, those fine meals, is too big to overcome? Let's start with Joe.
Dude. We were both sitting here screaming at Boomrat Brothers to build the wall.
Build the wall.
We just need him to build the damn wall, man, so you don't freeze. Because the thing is, every second you're out in the cold and you're freezing like that, you're losing manipulation skill, which increases the chance that you're gonna fail at the next thing you build, and also that you're gonna get frostbite on your appendages, which makes you useless. And then you just start losing time and it snowballs. Haha, snow map. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's bad news, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely is painful to see that wall taking so long. What are your thoughts, Meow?
So, how Flamnux wins this, I've mapped it all out. They just build bolt action rifle and like maybe an auto pistol. I think the slow method from the Boomrat brothers is gonna bite them in the ass, and they're just gonna kite them forever.
So you think they're gonna get their weapons up so much ahead of time? They don't even have a machining table. I guess they're working on it. They definitely have those meals helped a ton though. Those meals help so much. Now, my other question though is, are we going to need to see Parkas? Right?
At these times, probably not, because it's 18C outside.
During a heat wave though.
Yeah.
Right? That heat wave will stop at some point, and then we could easily see it go back down as low. I've seen this map as low as -10 during the nights.
Yeah, but
I think the
next 3 days.
Yeah,
I think the Parka's good or tribal wear or anything, as long as you're in extended fights. Like if you were trying to wait them out, then you should have Parkas and tribal wear.
So you think the range combatants will probably need Parkas? If they go for that bolt action approach, they want to play it slow, they're going to need Parkas to sustain that attack?
Yeah. The Flamnux needs to keep their momentum. Just build stuff that counters a slow build. Just a quick bolt action rifle, and then you can already apply pressure with it, and maybe a Parka or something.
That's a good point.
I don't know how they can counter that.
We did see some ship chunks drop. Boomrat Brothers would love to see that. They are a bit far from base, but that's like instant steel and components, so it's hard to pass those up. On the flip side, though, yeah, they have their base done, though. I honestly wasn't sure how that was going to come together with the build the wall thing, but it looks like they've stabilized here. They don't have a food source. They might need to go stab some rabbits at night again. On the other side, though, the fine meals just... I'm really curious to see what we see for hunting. We might not see anyone want to go near a polar bear after the last game.
Well, polar bears, I think, are easy.
I think they said the same about a rhino last game. And
okay, fair. But when I was testing with my brother, we use machine pistols to hunt polar bears, and like that always worked because the snow is 50% movement speed, so you can get a lot of shots off.
True.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So you think that the slow movement speed of the map was very conductive to polar bear hunting?
For shizzle, yes.
Interesting. Now, I was really confused why they had the crafting spots outside their base when they had this nice warm base, granted missing one wall, and then they built their knives on the Boomrat Bros outside of that in the cold. I know it was closer to the steel, but it seems like that was a bit of a maybe an oopsies or an oversight.
Bit of a blunder, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, no, that was rough to watch.
They are on track right now. I want to hear some predictions, so let's go ahead first. Venom Steak, what are you thinking for this match and why?
Well, I gotta say, the meals at the beginning is big, obviously, you know. I think, and not so much just because, like, it's like, oh, we have food, now we don't have to worry. I think part of it was you can tell in the beginning there. I think it really got into Boomrat's head, like to both their heads, because they started making mistakes. Like they started building outside. They forgot to build the wall and the last wall piece. You know, they're
Yeah.
sitting there freezing, trying to force like the crafting spot. Because I was just thinking in my head, like I was saying over here, right? You could just take that crafting spot, unmake it, and then put it back inside after you'd realized your mistake, right? Because you'll just bring the unfinished knife with you when you get it back set up. You know, you didn't have to sit there crafting in the cold. And also when your manipulation goes down in the cold, you know, like it'd be a worse quality item. But yeah, no, just to get back at it, like what I'm seeing is the Boomrat brothers, you know, they got kind of in their heads at the very beginning. And,
Yeah.
they're really struggling. And it's really gonna take something to come back from all that. And now like Flamnux is just cruising, man. They're just cruising, having a good time.
Yeah. I think it's favored Flamnux if they play their cards right.
As long as they don't screw it up.
Yeah.
But you never know. Rimworld, that weird RNG.
It's-
One thing happens and it all comes undone.
It's so true. You know, last game everyone was Team Boomrat. We thought they had the lead. Their base looked good. They were ahead in weapons. And what happens? Stray Rhino. You know? Could go anyway. I'm glad to see both teams stabilized. I would have been really sad to have a finals where they died to the environment twice. That would be unfortunate, but you know, it does happen. It is Rimworld.
You never know. It is Rimworld. That is the truth.
So, oh my god, you guys can't see this yet. You're gonna catch up in a second. We got another new weapon they're gonna make that we've never seen before. What do you think it is? Venom Steak first.
Please be bolt action.
No.
Please be bolt.
All right, Mia, what do you think?
Revolver.
No, a sniper rifle. We're seeing a
You're
team make a
joking.
sniper rifle.
Biggest throw. That is no way. That's such a throw.
Yeah, for 700 work. We're gonna have a sniper rifle and ice sheet. Oh my god,
Oh my
that's
God,
a
haul
first.
the steel, bro.
Oh, they're feeling a little too comfortable, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is. Oh my god, the sniper rifle, it can't even break a shield belt, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, but if they don't have a shield belt, that thing's gonna slap them from long range. He could just park on a sheet with a Parka with some fine meals beside him, and then just completely hold down the whole map.
You will literally starve to death before you break a shield belt that way.
Exactly, yeah. You can close the distance with a sniper rifle and shield belt without it ever breaking.
Oh, that is amazing. We're seeing so many new weapons, and it's funny because they're coming out in the finals, not in the qualifiers. We're not seeing the tried and true shotguns, great bow, or auto pistols. No, we're seeing LMG and a
I wanna ask
sniper.
them, what made you choose a sniper rifle over the bolt action? The extra range? I don't know.
You need to admit, though, Flam is a legend for doing that. Oh my god.
Actually, oh yeah, there is no plasteel on this map, so okay.
So no plasteel, that could change it, having that range advantage. Now, on that same note, though, the dusters or parkas aren't that far. There's lots of cover. You could easily daisy hop over outside of the sniper's line of fire and get to it.
I don't know, man. That's a hell of a run.
I think they should have made it easy to make weapons and then rushed. I think the sniper rifle is going to take way too much time.
I agree with that. You know, we're already on the second day. Once this day is over, they could have got in there. And these guys on Boomrat's side, they don't have any weapons. They don't even have a machining table up. They just got their two shanks.
Excuse yourself, they have knives.
It's true. If this devolved into another knife fight in the finals, I would be crying right now.
A knife fight against an unfinished sniper rifle. Who do you think wins?
You know what? That's a good point. Imagine the Boomrat brothers look over, they see the
They just need to
sniper,
rush.
and they're like, we could just get in there and stab them to death right now.
It's not going to finish before they can rush, so they need to rush.
Holy,
We hope.
that is amazing. It's definitely going to be a slow shot, though, and like you said, it won't punch through like a shield belt, but there's no shield belt on this map. There's no plasteel for this one. So that's going to be interesting. And these two maps did have plasteel intentionally taken out for Capture the Duster and Capture the Parka, because we didn't want someone to build a jetpack over to the Parka, pick it up, and jetpack back. because
Yeah.
that would be so OP.
That'd be fun to watch, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I
True.
understand.
Would be interesting. Now these guys, they had the advantage time-wise. They were so far ahead. They're making another machining table. They don't. Do they even have the extra materials though to build something at the same time when they have 11 components? I'm not sure about this one. What are you guys' thoughts on doing a double machining table? Do you think it's worth it, or you think it's worth it to prioritize other stuff as well?
It's fine if they're going for auto pistol or something easy to make, then they can counter the like melee rush. But if they go for another sniper rifle, then I might lose my mind.
Oh,
Could
man.
you imagine?
There is 7 hours left in the day. There's no way they're gonna finish a sniper.
No
rifle
way.
before the grace period ends. This is
Yeah.
not gonna happen. It's already been what, like 4 hours, and we're like a fourth of the way through.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. That was a 800 work weapon, the highest we've seen yet. So
Keeping it interesting.
it's,
Keeping it interesting for all us lovely viewers.
you know,
What if
it's,
he makes a gun link?
yeah, well, that would be crazy because gun links are actually crap. I've done some testing and looked at them, and anyone watching, don't use gun links. It like gives you like just a tiny amount of shooting that will rarely ever make a difference.
Yeah, it's a like what, like a 5 levels of shooting.
Not
It's just
even. I
like-
think it's like 3. It-
Oh my God.
Gun link is a noob trap.
But the amount of respect I would have for them if they made a second sniper rifle would be immense.
Oh, for sure. These guys win most popular team of the tournament if they go 2 sniper rifles. Hands down.
Yeah, you could use it as a melee weapon, maybe. Just kind of, just throw the unfinished parts at them, shank them with a bit of a barrel or something. I don't know.
Oh, all right. We get to see what it is. Oh, and it's an auto pistol. Well,
All right, that's respectable at least.
yeah, they're trying. They're not going for the full meme.
If it were up to me, I would just cancel
Oh,
that sniper rifle.
no way. The
completely.
team with better mood. Insulting spree. Terranux just went
Shit.
off. Oh, he got him right away, though. He captured him. Yeah, no downtime there whatsoever. The MVP in prison and release.
I think with this map especially, like range is super important, but maybe not that important for a sniper rifle.
Yeah, well, like you said earlier, though, there's a lot of slow movement. So if you have that range advantage and you can find like a good area for Overwatch fire, you could do it. Now, what I did do on this map when making it, though, is there's a ton of meteors everywhere. Crash slate, crash granite, crash sandstone. There's lots of areas where you can park and get cover, but you could be completely suppressed. And if you don't have a Parka, you might run out of food. You might have a mental break. You could be forced out of that cover. And then if you have a sniper rifle, I guess you could pop them across the map. So there's something.
Just looking at the layout of the map, though, there's so many stone chunks, which I believe is 50% cover right off the bat. It's going to be a situation where if you're going there with the sniper rifle, you're not even going to have time to aim and fire before they've got good cover again.
It's true.
Yeah,
You're
the
just-
warm up is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm really surprised that it seems like the one solar panel and the battery has actually been more than enough. So it seems like that might have been overkill going for the geothermal. Maybe just going for the battery and the panel is all you need.
Yeah, I thought that was way overkill. It's like 340 steel and 8 components
It's true.
for, a wind turbine that you could just make and a
And
battery.
it is a lot of work and a lot of components. That's something I didn't even consider. All the components you wasted in the steel and building that. But with that being said, they're never going to need worry about power again. Are they even using it? Not really, but it's nice. I think we've all played Rimworld. We all understand how amazing it is having that constant 3,000 power coming in. Feels great.
You know what else feels great? The idea that I might get to see a sniper rifle in like a day or two.
I wouldn't hold your breath. I don't know.
Wait, I'm going to do it.
Gonna hold it for a long time, man.
YouTuber dies waiting for sniper rifle. Yeah, this will be the auto pistol's already done on the left side. They might have 2 auto pistols while being behind in the time it takes for that one sniper rifle. And in fact, they definitely will. Those things only take like 200 work, those auto pistols. They're so quick.
Yeah.
All right, so has
Honestly,
Go
you
ahead,
should
Meow.
put some respect on like just making like a Parka and then just waiting them out. Like just wait on the other side of the wall, and if they leave or break, then you can just go in.
It's true. I think I'm really curious to see. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you think we're going to see an objective push, or do you think we're going to see more of a killing approach here? Let's go ahead and start with Meow this time.
I think if you make a sniper, you're gonna put pressure on the objective and try to force a fight that way.
All right, Venom Steak, what do you think? Objective or going for elimination?
Tough call. I can't really say what they're gonna do. All I can say is what I do personally. I would go for elimination if I was Flamnux. If I was Boomrat, actually, I'd probably go for objective, try to force an approach. Just because it's playing to your strengths. Flamnux has the advantage, right? Or they will if they can get these sniper rifles done.
Yeah.
But if they can get guns, they can go in and try to force that, like, try to force that back. No, but wait, hang on. Is that an excellent auto pistol on the left there?
Yep, there is an excellent auto pistol for Team of Boomrat Brothers currently. I think excellent is the average production you'll get with level 20 crafting.
Yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, I think it's like a 48% chance at that point. But yeah, no, what we're talking about is if I was Boomrat Brothers, man, I'm just rushing right in. Force that approach, right? One guy's got a knife. One guy's got a great gun at close range. No armor. Absolutely just force the approach. Because what does Flamnux have? They have like 1.9 like unfinished sniper rifles.
It's true.
There's no way. It's just they're not even armed at this point.
And that's something really interesting to note is they already have 2 auto pistols on Boomrat Bros, while they only have 1 and not even half a sniper rifle done. And we are ticking over to the 3rd day right now too, so truce period is over. They could just rush. You know what? I was definitely not thinking Boomrat Brothers had it, but now they are my favorite to win.
Yeah, they just need to rush right now and go.
It's crazy, crazy. And this happens so many games. It just goes back and forth depending. Now, you could argue they might have done this to themselves with going for that, but he's dedicating. He's been working 24/7. He doesn't need sleep. He's just going for it. And, you know, they did have the fine meals, which allowed them to go for something really high tier. Now, would have a assault rifle maybe been a better choice if you're going to invest that much time? Probably, but it's not as stylish as a sniper rifle, so... if they win with the sniper, you got to give it to them. That's a awesome ending.
Around 300 work is still the same amount of work for like a heavy SMG.
Yeah, it's very
Just
true.
saying. Just saying.
I think they drafted there for a second. I'm really curious here. I think Boomrat Brothers is going to be really aggressive soon, especially because they don't have a constant supply of food. I don't know how many more rats they want to go stab or rabbits, but... they, what are they making now? They have 2 auto pistols, but they're constructing something still. A heavy SMG. Interesting. So I think they got those auto pistols to patch the short term, but do you think it switches the balance now that they wait for that? Because they could have got in there on a 2v1 with only 1 weapon.
Literally, they need to rush. I'm like losing my mind.
Yeah.
Go for it. Agreed. They don't have any weapons on the other side. There's no
They,
way.
they have 1 auto pistol, and they're making another right now. But if they got in there right away, they would have got them with their pants down here. And looks like they prefer to make a table and a stool.
Is that trying to be honorable? Is this like an honor match? Are they trying to give him a chance to finish that sniper rifle or what?
Respect match.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's Terra Nux going for the other auto pistol now, I see.
Yeah, and if they rush by this point, they wouldn't have the second pistol up.
Crazy, crazy. Well,
Come on.
we're going to see the sniper rifle on the bright side. Now, here's a question, though. They're going to be longer on the SMG, I think. So it's 330 work left on the SMG. And it is 190 on the sniper. Once they have the sniper and auto pistol, do you think they push up for the objective before they finish that heavy SMG?
They very much could.
Wow, stunning analysis. Thank you for that, sir.
No problem. I know. I brought my A game there.
Yes.
Yes. Any more questions?
Back to you, Jim.
Who do you think is favored?
Short break.
Yeah. Boomrat Brothers. All right. Well, in chat, it looks like people are starting to move over to the Boomrat brothers. The sniper rifle, the sniper rifle waiting room.
Oh my god.
If the sniper rifle comes out at good quality or less, they are gonna be so upset by this.
Oh, just uninstall at that point. You gotta uninstall it and walk away in shame.
Oh man, I think I heard a rabbit crying in pain. Probably a grizzly bear though, or a polar bear attack. Oh yeah, there it is.
Eating your meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lynx earlier eating all their meals. In fact, all the meals are gone on the right side. All they have are the ones that are in the base, so 9 left of the original 25. Those went quick. Oh, another rabbit bites the dust. All right,
Or they get the sniper and then just start hunting polar bears.
that
And
is
make tribalware.
valid point. Maybe this is the 400 IQ polar bear safely hunting strategy. You know, it's
God, 400 IQ and increasing. I'm terrified.
yeah. Let's see here. Every second, 85 work left on that sniper. Could have they made 2 heavy SMGs in that time? Polar bear revenge. Oh god, who attacked one? No, it's the. Oh good, they got it. Oh my god, I thought Boomrat brothers almost lost it again. Ooh.
Oh my god.
A heart attack. I saw the polar bear revenge and I saw it was on the left side and that was enough for me to panic. That was it. They learned their lesson though.
I
That's
think
what life flashed before his eyes.
the sniper rifle is not going to provide the value that they're looking for. Just going to say that.
You know, it's equalized now to sides though. They have food covered on Boomrat Brothers. That gave enough food for the whole match. They have extra leather from killing the polar bear and it's bearskin. Bearskin makes excellent clothes. We are seeing the temperature still elevated from the heat wave. It's actually a nice pleasant 20 outside on this pure ice map. That will decrease once that stops. I have no idea how long it'll go for, so could never stop this game. Could, but that is a gambit you're taking with not making clothes. Something to keep in mind.
If you don't mind doing me a favor, could you check how long the heat waves lasted?
Yeah, of course. So it started on the very first day and it's lasted 2.2 days so far. Does anyone know in chat or other casters here how long a heat wave can range from?
About 3 days, usually. I think
Three-
it's like
Yeah.
3 and
3 days is like the
Alright,
top. All right. If anyone in chat knows the exact range, Barnaba, if you're there, if you could quickly wiki it for us. I'm really curious to see if we're just really on the tail end because I swear I get heat waves and normally it's like a day or two. I don't think I've had anything close to like a week before on one.
Yeah, I think it's around 3.
There, put it in the chat for everybody.
Oh, thanks,
What if it
Phantom.
just goes right to cold snap again?
1.5 to 3.5, and it could. I did start it off. There are conditions always on the map. This one did start with a heat wave, but random events happen all the time. You know, we had one that we did a desert match completely unplanned. We had 2 hours in, we had infection. 5 hours in, we had heat wave. Randy Random can make an absolute fiesta happen. He can drop you 20 fine meals, or he can give you malaria. Ten work left on that sniper too. That's gonna come up so quick. Excellent auto pistol. Do you think these guys are gonna move in once it? Wait, Terranux is already attacking the wall.
Here we go.
Oh. So yeah, I guess they're just going to rush with the sniper.
It looks like it. Flam is currently getting his beauty sleep. They are opening up the wall though for invasion. They will have that long range overlay, but I'm going to take as a quick zoom out. I know you two aren't up to date because the stream's a bit delayed, but for anyone that's currently watching, and you guys will see in a second, there are lots of cover pieces where they're invading. So they're going through a part where there's granite everywhere, stone walls. They're going near the Parka, which is smart. But even a sniper isn't going to have that long of a time to hit someone. And snipers are much worse at closer range. They have very poor chance to hit when the person is standing near them.
Yeah, honestly, the Boomrat should make like an exit at the end of their Parka, so if they try to rush in, they just gun them down. Then the sniper's worthless.
Exactly.
I agree. Oh, it's done. All right, quality. What do you guys think? Oh my god.
Excellent.
Their meals. There's a horde of rabbits eating all their meals now that the door opened. Oh, they're all gone. Like 10 rabbits just demolished their meals. Holy shit. They gotta go now. Anyone, when you guys catch that up, that's gonna be hilarious for you to watch. You'll see literally a horde of like 10 plus rabbits just ate all their meals and the fighting started. I'm gonna mute here, guys, because you're a little bit delayed, so be right back. All right, so it looks like Hirasuta and Zeus are moving up here. Flamnux is finishing off the wall. 2 auto pistols going in. Flam does have the overwatch with the sniper rifle. He will be watching that door. I think they're going to just move in here, though. They know that they have the better advantage in short range. The sniper is finishing off that. Flam will finish the wall there, probably. Flamnux is currently holding down on another slate here. It looks like there's a great migration of rabbits going on in the middle of this turn. They are opening another hole here where they won't be able to get overshot from Flam. That is a good idea. We might see some action here going for the Parkas. I think we might see teams back down. No one wants to take a massive risk here. That's the big thing. These guys don't want to go into the open. They only can lose one more match here on the left side with Boomrat brothers, so this could go either way. And look at that. He just sniped a rabbit here. What a monster. I think it was an accidental too, and they took down the walls. There's currently nothing blocking both teams from going. These rabbits are running for their life. Zeus and Hirasuta are moving up. Looks like a polar bear is wandering near. They could go through the gap, but that is probably suicide with that sniper rifle covering any sort of fire here. They're going to just keep shooting at the walls here. Now these two, they could shoot through here. They could go up, around, and down. Flam currently does not have Overwatch there. What Flam needs to do is Flam needs to move up here so he can see this. If he doesn't move in time or get down here for better sight of range, he's going to have a hard time. Now the problem is if he goes down here, these guys can go up here and then pop in. Currently looks like Flam has disconnected here. Just give that a second. I don't know what's going on. I told the teams ahead of time if someone disconnects, you need to take over for your team member. So that is... They're more than aware here. Heat wave has ended here, so that was expected to happen. I wonder what happened with Flam here. I might, if he doesn't, they don't control him at all. I'm going to give him a second to reload back in. Flamnux should take over. If he doesn't take over, tell you what, we're going to give him just a second here because it's, yeah, there he's joining back in. We're good, guys. All right, perfect. Flam's back. And look at that. The gentleman and Boomrat brothers, they waited. They saw he left. They could have easily taken advantage of that. Flam's back. And I'd really like to say that's really good sportsmanship. I didn't even need to pause the game, and I love to see that. Now, it looks like they know that they're back, so their shooting has started again. Boomrat brothers probably will see that. They see Flam's back. And what are they going to do? Are they going to try to push up through here? Flam will only have one shot here. Now, if they wait till Flam shoots once, they could easily run up really quickly, get behind here, move up here. Flam will have to either go really far back and around to get a range on him, but at the same point, they could move down. But then Flamnux might have a line of fire too here. So this is an interesting spot. Long range, they obviously have advantage on the right side in blue for Flamnux. On the left side, looks like Hirasuta and Zeus will have advantage. Now, they're just waiting right now. This is interesting. And they're both here. You can see their cursors moving around. So I think they're planning. They're right now trying to decide what makes the most sense for us. Do we want to try to get up here around this granite, around this limestone? If they get more of these walls shot out, though, these guys will be able to shoot at so many areas here. I think they need to move. If I were them, I would do a full-on commit. I'd go here, second you see Flam shoot, then go right down. Flam does not have line of sight at all right now. If they get behind this and down, Flam won't be able to get him whatsoever. All they need to do is pop open one door while guarding from Flamnux, because Flam doesn't have 360 view of this. You can just keep playing Ring Around the Rosie wherever he goes. Get in, get that Parka, get out. And it looks like Flam shot a polar bear. He's probably hoping to trigger a manhunter, and that is actually very smart to see. Did not work this time. Zeus goes up, down, other door. I really think they need to rush it. I think they need to get in there. I think they need to take some initiative. Waiting for all the walls to go down puts them at a strict disadvantage here. But I guess we will see. It's definitely a bit of a Wild West showdown right now. 22% on that wall. That wall goes, and man, these guys really got to get going. Do they have the mood? Why are they so confident here? Mood low, mood low, mood low. How about these guys' food? Food bar is fine. Food's fine. Food's all right. Food's all right. Yeah, I think this is a mistake. I think with their current loadout, they need to get in there. I'm not sure what they're waiting on, but they're definitely waiting on something. I'd be really curious to hear the player chat right now and hear what they are thinking, because like I'm not sure right now at all what they are doing. If they're waiting for something specifically to happen. Probably getting cold right now. Yeah, that's a good point, Kenshin. They would be getting a little bit chilly. Rusty objective and body block. That is true. They need megaphones. Oh god, there's a bear right there. If that bear gets aggroed, this could be disastrous. Oh, that could have done it. No way. Oh, but look at the damage that sniper does. It almost one-tapped that bear. Oh, don't stand there, Zeus. If that sniper gets... Wait, what happened? Terranux got hit. Oh, I missed that. One gunshot, well, auto pistol. Oh, that's my bad, guys. It looks like the first blood, it goes to the Boomrat brothers. They got a tap. They got a hit on Terranux. And that could... Oh, and they get some more shots. Get behind. Oh, they're taking advantage of how long it takes to fire this sniper rifle. That's genius. This is amazing. So it looks like they know that this sniper rifle is going to take a while. Now, it looks like Hirosuda did get hit as well. Just with the auto pistol. So we're just seeing a battle of the auto pistols right now. Hypothermia is slowly setting in. We're at 0 outdoors now. This is going to start to affect them. They got sleeping spots, though. These guys are just going to go to sleep here. I don't think they can even do that, but they might. It might be outside their allowed zone. We'll see. It looks like Hirosuda or Flamnux is just wrapping himself up here. Got a decent 10. Look at this. They're all napping. Oh, but are they going in? They're going in while they're sleeping. They tricked them. They made them think they're going to sleep, and look at this. They're walking up and around. Flam's in a tough spot now, though, because if he peeks at that distance, it could be trouble. Oh, but that sniper. No, wait. Oh, Zeus. Oh! Oh, Flam took the shot. That would have ruined him. But once again, that long windup on the sniper rifle really is a problem. And it looks like, oh, and he's getting shots. They're missing. They hit the ground right beside him. That must feel awful. If Terranux pulls back at all, though, and they get this spot, that's going to be so hard for these guys to push him out. And they're going to do it. They're going to move up. If they move up to the wall here, they start taking that out, the sniper's not going to be able to do anything whatsoever. And it looks like they're going for exactly that. Now, Flamnux needs to move up. Flamshin up here. Or should I say Flame? Terranux is on his own, though. If Flame walked down here, he would have more peripheral fire. I wouldn't go closer. Yeah, so he's going down and around. Oh, and they're hitting him around the wall. No way. Oh, he just got tapped twice. That angle, though, was just perfect. And that's going to be hard. They have their... oh, but was that a shot there? No, he's already wounded. God, he needs to be careful. Flam's lining up. One shot from that sniper rifle. We saw it just tear through a bear earlier. This could easily be the game with one good sniper. And he sees the line of sight. Oh, he got a shot right on Zeus. 5 hours, he's dead. He needs 10 to ASAP. That could be it. Oh my god. The one sniper shot is absolutely disgusting. It almost just literally tore through his torso. He needs a 10 ASAP or he will die. Oh my god, this is bad. Now the thing is, these guys can't run up though because their only close range guy is wounded. Sniper rifle won't be able to get in. They're doing a 10. I think they'll get away with this. This is nasty, nasty, nasty. What a close fight. We've seen a lot of wounds so far, and Terranux has been popped quite a few. That one sniper fight though, oh, one shot could easily just end the game at this point. And it's so cool to see how that sniper is so powerful. Now we do see 3 extreme break risks right now. If one of them breaks, oh, and you need to be so careful here with that sniper. Literally a single shot and it's over. One of them breaks though. If we see a single break currently, this could be game. This could easily be game. We see a hunger break. We see anything. It's over. We see a sad wander. It's over. And this is what will happen, right? They're both in ugly environments. They both are wounded. They're both mentally breaking. This could be so closely just ended with a break. And that's Rimworld, right? We're really going to see what happens here. Now, this is, Barnaba called it, the longest fight I've seen. 2 teams just standing off, taking normal shots. And Zeus is on a murderous rage. Run, Hirosuda. Oh, but is he going for the other team? They need to go in now and take advantage of that. Looks like Zeus is calling the shots, but the sniper's going to smoke him. Oh, no. Another shot down, and Zeus is gonna drop here, but the sniper misses. Oh, could this work? One more miss, one more miss, one more miss. Oh, and he misses again. See Zeus get close. Oh, and this murderous range, and there we go. We knew that mental break would happen, and we knew that these teams, the longer they did it out, it would come down to who was gonna break. Flam is lining up another shot here, and Hirasuda, he has to stop. And that is unfortunate. It looks like Hirasuda is going to be 1 against 2. He gets some shots though in. Flam was tagged here. That is actually big. Terranux could easily drop from just a few more shots. Hypothermia minor as well. Everyone's starting to get really cold here. It's completely possible. It looks like he might be trying to open it up. And he goes, oh, Terranux is down. No way. I just thought it was GG for the other side. But they could win this easily. Flam is wounded too. Flam has a sniper. He needs to patch himself up right now. Terranux just got dropped. No, it's not a mental break win yet, Kenshin. They could still do this. Hirasuda actually might be favored now. If Terranux doesn't get up, they could easily win this. Oh my god. Hirasuda should move in right now. That sniper could easily just get completely blocked by walls. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And oh, he's just playing with this so well. No way. Is he gonna keep just popping away at him here whenever he can? Both of them are wounded. It looks like Hirasuda actually is wounded a little bit less. They're going for the walls. If they get that Parka, they could still win this. Oh, that is insane. But the sniper, he's going for the wall. Oh, I thought he just got a shot lined up. Holy shit, this is close. This could easily be the game for either team right now. That's a death for Zeus. Terranux will follow shortly. I don't think there's any chance. He could get up. He's actually not that down right now. Hirasuda might want to pop a few more rounds in him. If he stands up, that is disastrous. He is bleeding out. Oh, you know what? No, he's not getting up. Hypothermia is serious. Oh, and Flam went on a daze! GG! No way, the mental break for both teams! And it looks like they're gonna come out. Boomrat brothers, we're going to a best of 3! No way! And look at this, Executor comes over. He walks by. There's no chance for him. Oh, and he's just getting him down. The hypothermia is kicking in though, but it doesn't matter. Flam is gonna get popped here. And look at this, he's taking so many shots, and GG. Boomrat brothers did it. We're going to game 3. Oh, can we see a clap in chat for that one? What a fucking good game. And he's gonna go finish with the Parka. I am so glad to see that. I love it. 1-1. Anyone's game now. Mental breaks both sides. The lucky pops from the pistol. The comeback. The sniper. Holy shit. What a game 2. I'm gonna pop in with the casters right now, and we're gonna discuss this one while we let this guy get his Parka. Then we're gonna do another 10-minute break, and we're gonna be right back with a third game, the best of 3. Well, crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, let's see those claps. Amazing game. Holy. I don't even know where the clap emoji is. I'm just gonna do this one. Crazy, crazy. Oh my god, guys. What a game.
What's up? Amazing game.
That was so back and forth. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I thought the other team had lost or won it like 3 separate times.
Yeah. The mental breaks were game changers, definitely.
Someone in chat says the LMG would have won.
Absolutely agree. The sniper rifle was pretty much almost useless.
Oh, but that one shot it got, it literally almost one-shot him. It brought him down to 5 hours of bleed out.
True.
So, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe Terranux collapsed. I mean, that's insane. They
I
got so lucky
know.
there.
Terranux dropping. Everyone in chat was saying GG. We thought it was
Yep.
over. Terranux drops from the lucky last auto pistol shot, paired with the hypothermia, and then oh man, the mental break at the end too was just a chef's kiss on that. It was beautiful.
All right, Venom. So you held your breath for the sniper. Was it everything that you dreamed it would be?
Yes.
Was
I'm
it?
not-
It missed 3 shots in a row.
It was everything I dreamed it could be because it made the best PvP match I have ever seen. Hands down.
True.
It was amazing.
Also, they were way too close with the sniper. Like, a bolt action would have been fine.
He's just Flam, man. He was just trying to give us a show. He was doing everything he could to give us a show, and we thank him, all of us. Thank you, Flam.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Flam. That was amazing. Oh my god, I still just that is like one of the best games we've seen yet. It's just so back and forth. I love they're just literally at a stalemate at the border while everyone's slowly freezing.
Oh, it was like watching it was like watching an old West movie, dude. Like we were talking in the chat, like Tynan would have been proud. The story just told itself at that point. That was amazing.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
the Boomrat brothers should have done is just use the cover and attack the auto pistol or
Yeah.
the sniper. I don't know why they didn't move in quicker.
I know, I agree. I was saying in chat, I really thought they should have run in because the sniper didn't have a line on them. And they could have just gone right up to the Parka. If they wanted to push on them, Flamnux, Terranux was the only close range guy. They would have had advantage. They could have just got that Parka, forced them into close, or just won.
Also, they should have just rushed, like we said, at the start of day 2. They wouldn't even have the sniper.
It's true. Wouldn't have been as beautiful a fight though if they did that.
True.
So,
Very true.
God, I thought for sure we weren't going to game 3 once that murderous rage happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Also
there's kind of a collective, like, oh, like you could feel everybody sighing, like, oh, it's over, you know. But nope,
Yeah.
it's not over. It ain't over till it's over, boys.
Just,
Oh, this last match is gonna be insane.
oh, I can't wait. We're going to see everyone playing so perfectly in terms of they're not going to be making any of those stupid mistakes because they're going to be terrified of losing to something silly.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
hopefully.
What's our map?
So our last map is going to be voiced by the beautiful, deep voice of Venom Steak. We are on Borealis.
Oh, my favorite.
So, your favorite, of course. I'm currently loading all the players in, and we're going to just do, for about 7 more minutes here, a little rundown of us just talking about it. We'll talk about the past game, and then we'll get into that. So if you guys want to discuss the match right now while I set them up, I'd love to hear your thoughts and what went wrong and right at the end there.
Right. So timing is everything in these sort of matches, and I feel like Boomrat Brothers had so many good points to use their time well, but they just I mean, they still won obviously, but they could have really pushed their advantage.
Yeah, there was kind of some moments there where we were both sitting here yelling in our chat like, oh, you know, like the one was like, why didn't they build the wall? There was a whole like, why are they using knives? There was like, are they gonna try to hunt polar bears? What's going on? But that and the whole at the end there, right? What we were saying, like, it's hard in the moment. Like we get it, right? You can't pause, and there's a stress of what if I lose the game, right? If they lose, you know, you got to account for like the mental, like the real life mental pressure of, you know, like if we lose this, we're out. It's over.
It's very true.
Whereas you don't always think like perfectly clear, but we were both saying like at the end there, right? Smart play would have been like to both rush, like you were saying a minute ago, right? Both rush one of the people at once, because the sniper and the what's it called? The sniper and the auto pistol do not match well. Like if you can just force close range combat, it's basically a 2v1.
Mm-hmm.
You just do 2v1 the first player, 2v1 the second player, it's over. But no, man, they made it work regardless, and I'm just beyond impressed. So all credit to Boomrat Brothers. You guys earned that one.
Definitely, for sure. Would you, if you did play in one of these, would you have a plan going in and execute it fully, or would you react to the other team and what they're doing?
I don't know. Just I guess whatever I thought was gonna serve me best in that moment, you know, like whatever he thinks, like whatever feels right, I suppose. Because we see these things turn on a dime. Like you think you got it, you think you got it, you think one team's winning, and basically the underdogs have won both matches now. How about
Yeah,
that?
pretty much. Yeah.
First round, everyone's like, "Oh, Boomrat's got it," and what happened? You know, second round, everybody's thinking like, "Oh, Flam's got it," and then
I think what we're gonna see going forward is we're gonna see people just nail down the base building and making food and make everyone happy. And then on the second day, we're gonna see production, and then they're gonna try to just counter each other.
yeah. Well, here's a question. So you asked me, what would you do, like in that last thing? Like, what do you think that why do you think Flam lost it?
If I was in the situation that they were in, like if I had a sniper and an auto pistol,
Yeah. Well, would you have even taken the sniper? Is the real question.
but I would not have taken the sniper. But if I was in that situation, I would. I don't even know how you'd win something like that. Yeah.
It's a tough call.
On the south side, there was a lot more open range. I would put the sniper as far back as you could, and then just have the auto pistol like somewhere near them, and just if they try to go through any wall, then you have a shot on them.
Mm.
But he was
Yeah.
so close with the sniper. It's like, why have a sniper if you're in auto pistol range anyways?
Yeah, my question is whether they didn't try to go for the flank. You know, it was very much like heads up. It was like, you know, team
Yep.
v team. If I was gonna have that sniper, there's that nice clear open range that there's no cover in where they have to approach, right? I would
Yeah.
line sniper up right on the side there, perpendicular, facing north. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just completely cut off, or maybe even facing south with those top rocks. Just
Yeah.
cut off their cover. I guess the one thing is there, they could cut through the wall and approach, but you'd have plenty of time to see that coming to reposition. It's
Mhm.
just, yeah. I
Who
guess.
do you think? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Who do you think had the better early game base building? Was it Flamnux or Boomrats?
Well, I mean, obviously, Lamb, they had it right, and they just had that nice 25 meals drop. It's hard to beat that, you know. And
True.
just the whole geothermal was overkill, but I gotta say, it worked out. It really worked out. I just noticed there's a rat running across the screen. That's that's neat.
Oh yeah, there's a few little Easter eggs I put in that screen.
Yeah, man, I'm thoroughly impressed with this as well. Like the whole animation thing. I really
Yeah.
appreciate all the effort.
But if they did manhunter that polar bear, it would have been GG. So
Yeah, that was a good try for sure.
yeah.
All right, I got everyone kind of loading in. We still have just a few more minutes here. I'm going to start at 12:35 p.m. my time, so that's about 4 minutes from now for everyone that's listening, watching. So you guys, obviously you said a few good points there. Sniper's kind of a waste of time, but you guys were talking about what you would have done in that scenario, if and how you'd be in that scenario. Now, obviously none of us would have gone for a sniper, although I think it's so cool. I think there was a way they made that work. I think they took those fine meals, they put them in a stockpile near the wall that they fenced in so the animals wouldn't eat them, and then they found a way to get Overwatch on the only door in their place, or just kind of cover it, and then had the other player run for the Parka. There was one spot where you could have had really good Overwatch, and then there was probably not much the other team could have done.
Yeah, would have been interesting. Truth is, that was anyone's game.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
we can talk all about, you know, mistakes this the way or the other, but at the end of the day, that was a very, very even and very impressive match, and just a great showing by both teams. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of respect to everybody. And hey, man, it's 1-1. May the best mans win.
I know, I
Yeah.
can't wait for this one.
But what you're kind of saying with the sniper rifle, it's so hard to attack with the sniper rifle, like break through the wall with a sniper. So
That's true.
immediately you lose that advantage of you know, being able to rush.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're gonna invest all that time, you might as well have done two heavy SMGs, because at that range, you know, at the close range, it's gonna beat the auto pistol every time.
Mm.
That and just it's good for doing damage against structures because it has such a high DPS. But would it really have been as fun as a sniper rifle?
I think we all agree that was definitely the best thing. Also, Kenshin made a good point. I really like seeing that sportsmanship. Flam disconnected there. They could have run in when he was disconnected. I was gonna pause because he wasn't taking control of this pawn. The other person, we did talk about this before. If someone drops, you have to control their pawn. Because I didn't want people to have a strategic pause at a situation by dropping, right? Where it'd be advantageous. But they waited. They could have easily taken advantage. So I'd like to just give a really good shout out to the team, Boomrat Brothers. They're very sportsmanlike. You know, some people wouldn't have done that, especially when there's actual prizes on the line. So, you know, good on them for that one.
Yeah,
you got more
amazing.
respect.
And with that, we are going to get the map preview voiced by the beautiful deep voice of Mr. Venom over here. And then I will be right back with the casters on day 2 as normal. So we'll see you all back there in just 1 second. We'll get right into this.
Borealis is a 2v2 map, located in a dangerous, cold tundra climate, littered with rivers and ruins. Many past attempts at colonization have ended in failure on these frozen slopes. It features moderate plant coverage, low ambient temperatures, and access to valuable minerals and materials. The objective is to capture the temple. The first team to place a statue in the center of the temple and guard it for 5 minutes wins the game. Players will have 6 days before their Luciferium addictions kick in and kill them. Welcome to Borealis.
All right, so we are back. So this map is Borealis. There are going to be some differences here you will notice. So first up, if you've been with us before, you will have seen Capture the Temple. In 1 second, my chat is looking a little bit funny on the screen there. I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. So what does that mean? That means that we're doing Capture the Temple instead of, in the past, we've been doing, obviously, the Duster or Parka. So we start off here and they're out the gates right away. Good to see. Looks like everyone is paying attention. Now, what is the special thing on this map? There is a crash ship engine along with a volcanic winter. That means that plants will die quick. That means that we're also going to see advanced components possible. High-end gear is completely possible with this ship engine. It also will drop some plasteel, I believe, and some steel. So look at that. Right out the gate, 70 plasteel, 3 advanced components, and some steel. That is just lovely to see and start with. There we go. Perfect, perfect, fixed. And so right out the gate, looks like we're going for some unfinished steel knives on the Boomrat brothers. This was a strategy they did before. They will probably be going to stab small prey, I believe. It's interesting to see that we're not seeing bows. This is a map with lots of wood available, so there are some definitely choices they could do. Build this ship. You're deconstructing the rules. Yeah, it's definitely interesting that you could deconstruct the ruins here. That is a one approach to do. Left side resources whack. Kenshin, both sides should have actually like these big clumps pretty close to the same area. I guess you could say it's a bit more far away from the wall in this case, but what they have right here, these guys have 100% here. This is a massive component thing. That steel goes deep as well. So there is actually pretty balanced there, although you could say that their ruins are closer, but their resources are a bit more spread out. So yeah, so that's definitely something we could look at. Tyler, you low-key need me on the commentary, the research. Everyone cares about your research, Barnaba. You have some great research. Barnaba's written like a manifest on how to place this properly, so it's definitely something that we can see. And yeah, there is some variations. I agree with you and Kenshin. You know, each map does have slight advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, it would not be as interesting if the maps were the polar mimics. But I did make sure that all resources, like we see all the steel components, are equal on both sides. But I won't disagree that there are some disadvantages. So let's go ahead and look at this right here. We have a ruin that these guys are a little encapsulated in here on Flamnux's side. They have a few doors here. Oh, it's their classic pattern bed approach. These guys like to just do the 2x2 bedroom. From a cleanliness standpoint, it's actually probably smart. You don't have time to have a nice bedroom. And the barracks will lower your mood quite a bit, especially if it's ugly. On the other side here, they deconstructed that. And yeah, of course, they're going to go build down here. There's lots of materials you can dig right in. You have tons of components. And inside here too, like I said, there's a ton more components in here, lots of steel. They've already gotten some ibexes that they stabbed, so that's interesting to see. They do have the ship deconstructed here, but I don't think that's going to be enough for them to make anything anyways. Only thing craftable is a marine helmet. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, well, it's a bit of a bait. It also gives them instant plasteel, so you could make like a good plasteel weapon here, and that would be lovely to see as well. So for anyone that's never watched one of these for this objective, or you're tuning in, finals, this is Capture a Temple. The intro video went over it just a little bit, but the idea here is that you go into the temple, you can go through any one of these walls, you get this little sculpture, you place it on your team's color, blue for the right side, red for the left, and then you guard it for 5 minutes. Pretty simple stuff. Will it happen? We don't know. One scyther is very easy to get through. That's like 2 plasteel traps, and then you can go for it. So what this map pretty much does is it makes it a lot more focused on getting in there quick and having good weapons, because we've seen past, when you have that objective, it's hard to get someone off it. And to win as the team that did not place it, so let's say blue team placed it right here, you just need to destroy it, which actually doesn't take much time at all, and you can even do that from around corners. So you do need to defend it as the other team. we did hear a strategy. One team said that they were going to place it, then deconstruct a wall of the Scythers. And even if one of them died, then there's a bunch of these guys that need to get through. It's a possible strategy too. Now, if both players die though, it's over. So even if they place a statue, I've told them this before, but both of the players that placed the statue died, it's GG. So you do need to have one player alive with that statue up. And that might put a little bit of a kink in other plans. But I just want to say thank you so much for everyone being here. I'm so excited. We got a third match, the best of 3 finals. This is the final match. Everything's on the line on this one. And I'm really, really curious to see the strategies we see. I want to see if we see more weapons. I want to see if we see a melee approach. I'm excited to see what these teams come up with when everything is on the line. Cheese, I really don't think they're going to go for snipers again. It was impressive for the one shot they got, but that time it took to fire, the other team abused that. They realized that it'd take the sniper like 5 seconds just to line up the shot. They could pop out, they could shoot their shot, and then duck back in that same time frame. So the sniper is really only good for Overwatch. Now you could say, you have a sniper right here, this whole area, no one can get through. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see if we do see more bolt actions. We just saw a great bow being made, I believe, over on this side. And that's probably just, yep, there it is. It's just going to go hunting. I wonder what they're going to go hunting for. There are lots of ibex. There's some bears as well, I believe, and a top corner for each player. Yep, lots of grizzly bears, but they'll probably just go for something nice and harmless. I probably wouldn't get too close here, though. Oh yeah, gun link, of course. Yeah, gun link is nuts. Definitely the gun link. Oh man. So this side, even though it has the plasteel here too, it will have less deep of a component cache than this one. These guys have a deeper one, so that's going to be nice because they don't need to move as much. But if they do want to get their plasteel, where is their plasteel? It's right up north here, so it is a bit unfortunate. Maybe a better base location would have been here because you have a ton of components here. Steel and then plasteel. Uranium too. Honestly, I think a base right here would have been the call. You have access to literally every single rare resource within a tiny walking distance. That might have been it. They might have even been able to, a rich soil, get something grown. On this map, something to note is, actually, I don't think there is. No, there's no cotton on this map at all. So that is the other one. That would be Arabia. So it looks like this is going to be pretty dry cut all day. They do have access to plasteel. This is something we should keep in mind. Plasteel, unlike last match, means that we have jetpacks you can make. This means that you can make all sorts of weapons that require plasteel. So this actually is quite the advantage here. It looks like Terrax is fighting something. He's just killing all the deer here. Very little steel. Let's see. Yeah, you're not right. You're right. It's actually not that much there. There are some ruins nearby too. Some steel there too. That's a good point though. The steel is quite further down. So you have all these resources, but you do have less access to steel. So maybe this giant steel pit was the way. And you know what? They have a ton of components down here too. So these guys are like super proximal to all the steel and components they need. And over here, yeah, they have plenty of steel too, uranium. Yeah, so this is a pretty good spot too, honestly. There's nowhere else really on the map I would have done. I might have built like right here, literally proximal to the deposits, but this is a perfectly fine spot and they're making use of the ruins. I still think a smaller base might be better. You might be thinking, hey Tyler, they're making use of the stone floors that are already there. That's smart. Yeah, but on that same note, do you really need it? You're gonna have so much dirt, you're not gonna be cleaning, that I think a smaller base and just ignoring the fact that there's, you know, ground floors, dirt floors is probably the better call. Dirt floors too, if you didn't know, actually accumulate less trash. So you kind of do actually favor dirt floors if you don't have a dedicated cleaner. Short bow rush is meta. Yeah, we did have that one match where it was, what, the 1 day grace period, Kenshin, and it was 4v4, and everyone just had literally shanks and short bows and like one shotgun. That was interesting. You missed the intro. Grace period is 2 days as always. So we do have that 2 day grace period. I believe this one started on the 3rd. Yep. So the 3rd of August in the bottom right, you can see right here. And then the 4th of Jugust are the peace days. Once it ticks over to the 5th day, it is free for all. And then obviously there's always that Luciferium timer, so they will go nuts after 6 days. Oh, look at this. This is one of the maps when one of them has a peg leg. So you can see here, peg legs on both characters. It is completely even. And that means that they will have one pawn that is slower, but they have industrious trait. And then they have one pawn that has creepy breathing, but they don't have any health conditions. Creepy breathing could cause a social fight. So that's something that it could come into play. More than likely, it's just benign. Obviously, industrious and peg leg. The industrious pawn should be building. You always should use your industrious pawn to build things, especially when they have a peg leg. Definitely, if I see the peg leg guy running around too much, that's going to be a bit of a mistake. Something to look out for. Over here, we got a campfire. We're not even doing the stoves here, and that's going to be daylilies, of course. I know, Meow, you're watching this right now. You're going to appreciate that. And it looks like they got their kills out. They got some meals. And they're doing a mimic. This is lovely. I've seen one door for both beds. That's really smart. They're using their steel as finite as possible. I think they got a bit razzled up last game after those 5 meals dropped and things weren't going as well at the start. But it looks like they got their mojo back. It looks like they're going to go for obviously optimization, and I don't see anything holding them back right now. So this could be a really good one. This could be really close. And I am curious to see who's going to go for this first. Obviously, on the right side for Flamnux, they are closer. They could get those traps up. They could bait the Scythers out. We've seen it doesn't take many. On the left side, they are farther away. But on that same note, it looks like they're slightly ahead right now in terms of where they're at. They do have their basic necessities. They got the bed. They got the cooking table. These guys, they have their beds up, I guess. They don't have any food currently. I think they've been mining a bit more though, and looks like they did hunt. I remember him earlier doing this, but they never butchered or cooked them, so that's going to slow them down just a bit. But on that same note, they have a nutrient paste dispenser they made. No room for hoppers though. They need to get some hoppers on the back of this, and I don't see... Maybe you can put them on a corner. I think they might have blocked their only hopper spots, which is a bit of a misplay, but... they can easily get around that and deconstruct it really quick. And also butchering inside. I know it's a little quicker, but it goes so quick I would have done it outside, but that's fine. Just small little nitpicks. It's always hard to have 100% optimization on these. Now, these guys do have significantly less resources here on Boomrat Brothers, but they've been sleeping for quite a bit. They are going to get a good rest in here with those excellent beds, and they're going to be up and about much quicker than over here. Flamnux still hasn't gone to sleep. They're just eating right now, and there's a hopper. Right. They have one spot. I guess 2 there, but it would have blocked the door. I guess you could run over it, though. So they, so they got their meals down. They're going to go to sleep right here. They are ahead in terms of minerals, I guess. They spent a little more time, obviously, making that nutrient paste dispenser. But they do have some deconstructed walls here, too. Maybe they're going to use some of the slate blocks to make a trap. Ton of granite down here they could deconstruct. I would probably just take a table if I were them from here instead of building one, but I guess they built one. Perfectly fine. And it looks like they're already out and about here. Let's see, needs, yeah, rest completely done. Look at that, the Boomrat brothers are already up and about. So that's going to be a bit of advantage. They're going to be able to get started on gear quicker. And on top of that, if they end up fighting down the road, they will be able to fight before getting tired at a better time period. Depends on what side's the aggressor, but they could really force the other team into fighting with that tired penalty, which does increase your chance of a mood break. I think it was the very first match that happened. Attempting team got violated. Yeah. We did have someone once try to release the mechs improperly, and they absolutely ran them over, so that was something to see. Now, we are going to jump over to caster desk, so let's hear what the guys on the caster desk are thinking. Hello, gentlemen.
How's it going?
It's going well, so I want to hear some thoughts. Third match, obviously, everything's on the line here. Both teams are being a bit more efficient. Who is the favored right now in your mind, and why? Let's start with Meow on this one.
Absolute Boomrat brothers. They're doing the daily strat. They have such a nice base. They have all the resources next to them. I mean, I think they're doing really good.
All right, and Venom Steak, what are your thoughts?
Gotta agree. We were just talking about how their base is a lot cleaner. They got the higher mood right now, and looks like they're pushing for a little bit of psychological warfare. Tyrannux is not doing so high. He's already at major break risk right there, and it's definitely going to put them behind. Because if he hasn't recovered in mood by the time the fighting starts, there's a good chance he breaks, and that's GG.
I'm surprised they haven't gone for any drugs. There's Psychite on this map, so you can make T and Yayo or Flake.
Yeah, at least go for T. T is the best.
T, you don't need to sleep.
Oh yeah, you're right. There is Psychite map. I was looking to see if there was cotton anywhere, and I didn't spot any, but there is Psychite right here. So yeah, you could make the T. I think the T is a great call too. It's not going to get you addicted at the start. It's just going to keep you awake longer. You won't need to sleep as much, and you'll move. I think it's a small movement buff too, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I am.
It's pain, so you get less pain, so you can.
Oh right.
And a 12 mood.
For 6 hours. It keeps you up a lot longer than you would otherwise.
Yeah, the mood would be
But
massive.
if one team makes Yayo, I think that team's going to win no matter what.
Unless both make it. We did see that one match too where they went for drugs, and they went for Flake, and obviously a bit shorter lived. But with that being said, they could have they couldn't utilize it, right? The other team was like, hey, we're just going to wait it out and you have to come to us. So even with that advantage, you put yourself on a bit more of a timer because of it.
Yeah, there is that smaller window to actually approach while you still have the boost, but I don't know. Long story
Why would you
short,
make Flake? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, long story short, Boomrats are definitely ahead right now.
Yes.
But that could all change in a moment, as we've seen with both matches.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of underdogs coming back in the PvP scene so far. It seems almost more common that the team that's behind ends up winning than the team that's ahead, which I actually really like. I think that's excellent that you don't just have one team that clearly has an advantage and just steamrolls it.
Maybe it's just rigged.
It's rigged, yeah. Yeah, these are all paid actors playing right now.
So why would you go for Flake over Yayo? Isn't Yayo just subjectively better in a combat situation?
Yeah, so Flake, I believe, I could be wrong, and someone can pull it up in chat here, but Flake definitely has some advantages. I think it is more of a mood boost and possibly more pain reduction. I think Yayo gives you more movement speed, if I'm not wrong, but
Yes.
I'd have to have someone in chat confirm that, or if one of you two knows the exact numbers, we could discuss that.
So it's got a slightly higher chance for major overdose at a 1.5, where I believe Yayo is, I think that's only a 1%. I'm checking right now.
I'm pretty sure it's 1%, yeah.
Yeah, so it gives you extra mood. Yeah, it gives you mood, moving, recreation. That's the big one too that people don't consider. A full recreation bar is plus 10 mood on top of the plus 35 mood bonus you get. Yeah. It's also it's moving, recreation, mood, suppress pain, and reduce need for rest. Whereas Flake is it just adds a straight thing of rest, I guess.
Right. It just decreases it. I remember that now.
That's some mood. It's interesting.
Something to note too, someone brought up in chat, Halltaker said half the material cost and half as long to make, which is actually a really good point. You can get twice as much.
Yeah, Flake's a lot cheaper. That's the whole thing too. I believe it's also slightly better, like sells better, right?
Yeah, I did the numbers on it way back, and it makes more sense in silver per work, and it makes more sense silver over time. Although if you are limited by, there was one scenario where it made sense, but pretty much always you should be making Flake. Oh, if you're trying to maximize the amount of silver off of it, but there was a very fringe scenario that most time you should always be making Flake to sell.
Yeah. I guess just the real thing in combat is it only gives you mood, pain, and restfall factor times 50 versus the mood, moving, joy, recreation, all that crap, suppress pain, reduce rest need. Yeah, you just get more benefits with Yayo. I guess because it's a little more pricey, but yeah, just a slightly better combat drug. Personally, though, I go T because I wouldn't risk that, overdose taking you out.
True, that
I see.
1.5% chance. Can you imagine how tilting that'd be if you took it and your pawn just instantly went down?
PvP, apparently.
Extremely tilting, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like getting the flu in the first second of the match.
Is that salt I detect?
No.
A little bit of sodium chloride has entered the tank.
No. So I see they're going to Smithy, so they're definitely gonna make melee weapons or armor.
Yeah, electric smithy too. That's smart. It's nice not seeing a field one since electric does have 50% quicker work speed. On this side too, same thing. Smithy on both teams actually, and shield belts coming out right away here on Boomrat Bros. So that's I would wait on the shield belt to see what the other team does on us personally. They don't take that long to make, and you know, if they're not going to have any ranged weapons at all, there's like zero reason you should be getting a shield belt.
Yeah, we were just talking about that on our own. About how, like, if everybody makes shield belts, then no one needed to make shield belts because no one's shooting anything.
Yeah,
You
all
know,
or
so
nothing.
What do you do in that scenario?
Yeah, and if I were on Team Flamnux right now and I saw a shield belt, I would just like, they don't even have a machine table up right now. I would just cancel the machine table and just focus on melee weapons. Like, they already wasted some steel and components on that. You could be way ahead in terms of gear if it's going to be a melee fight.
Did you know though, the heavy SMG has a 100% chance to hit at a touching range?
100%. I thought the game was 99.99. I didn't think there was. I did a shooting
sure.
video and there's no such thing as 100%.
The weapon itself is 100. Where's the shooter?
Oh, I see what see. Yeah, so how that works, if you didn't know, is it's modified by a bunch of modifiers after that, and it's multiplicative. So 100% actually isn't that much because it'll get shortened down by shooting skill and all of that stuff. You can get to 99.9% though. It's just you need like zero negative conditions.
But with a level 20 shooter, you're going to get much closer to like 99 than you are going to get to like 80.
100%.
So strong here.
Yeah, and shooting's really interesting because how it works is masterwork. Let's see what that was first before I keep talking. Steel table. All right, that sucks. Well,
Oh no.
we've seen like 3 masterwork steel tables throughout the tournament, and it's always a letdown.
It's always just some really nice furniture. It's not what you need right now.
Yeah.
What a-
If I saw them going shield belts, I would go heavy SMG, to be honest.
It's true. What I was saying earlier with shooting is really interesting. So you have this score that's a multiplicative of a bunch of factors, right? There's shooting skill, there's the weapon itself, there's stuff like fog and all of that. And then there's distance. And distance is really cool because it takes that total score to hit that's calculated for each tile and then multiplies it. So the more distance, it drops off your chance to hit a lot because that's for one tile, you're 99.9. Now you do 2 tiles, now maybe it's 99. 3 tiles, maybe it's 98, right? And it keeps multiplying and gets less likely to hit the farther away they are on tiles. And that's for every weapon.
Right. And that's a bit of a misconception too, because like some people, or at least I know I thought for a long time, talk about it like, oh, it's like it's got this set accuracy for like close range versus like short range. It's actually just like Tyler was saying, where it actually drops off every tile, and those ranges that you see listed on the weapons are just kind of like a mark. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh, this is where it is at this point. But it's
Exactly.
actually increasing dynamically for each tile.
Yeah.
Just like a distance.
That's the flat multiplier. So if it says 80% at short, that means between the tiles, I think it's like 12 to 25, the multiplier is 0.8. It still will drop off in that range the farther the shot goes. And if it's 100%, it's just 100% for that tile 1 through 9 or whatever the touch range would be. So one shield belt I think was done there, unless I'm smoking crack.
Yes.
Yep, and they're going for a second. Well,
Yeah, hedging their bets, I suppose.
was that Uranium Club?
Flamnux doesn't even need to make a shield belt. They can just make good weapons.
Yeah, just a steel mace, not a uranium. If I were them, I would be going for uranium weapons here. If you're going blunt, there's no reason to go for a steel blunt weapon when you have access to uranium. And plasteel weapons would be strictly better for cutting weapons too, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. They look like they were ahead. I think that might have set them back though, going for the shield belts, because these guys, I don't think they're making anything. Oh, they're making shield belts too. What?
Hedging their bets, I suppose.
Wow.
'Cause if you have shield belts and melee weapons and maybe a cheap gun, then you might be able to just adapt at that last second.
True,
There's some
true. It could be a bait. I didn't even think about that. You could bait them into thinking that you're not going for any range, and then you could have one person just drop their shield belt, and suddenly you have the advantage.
Exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
psych them out. Hedge your bets, really. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
They shouldn't waste the time on a shield belt. Just make a plasteel spear or something.
True, true. Plasteel spears are deadly too.
I still want to see. I just want to see a machine pistol, man. It's so good. I want to see someone go down to brain damage. No.
You
That's
know,
so brutal. I hate that in my games, but yeah.
I'm still just upset we never saw the LMG come through.
Yeah,
Oh,
what the hell?
That would have been amazing, seeing someone just spraying across the map.
Next match I'm in, you're gonna see the LMG. I'll promise you.
Yeah, all right. I better. I think we're doing a small fun match after this too for anyone who wants to join. We'll do like a proper intermission after that, but we'll just I had some people ask, and we'll just get some people in for whoever's around and go with that.
Yeah, make everyone pyros. Give them all flamethrowers. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be interesting actually. Kirsu's asking on the start date. Yes, so that would be the 5th. Yeah, so yep.
I'm
Yes.
surprised they didn't go yayo. They have the time to make some yayo.
Yeah, we don't see any drugs whatsoever. Although you could say right now everyone's busy with making stuff. You know, those shield belts taking a bit. They need mine materials and make them. We do see a club. We see a knife. So they have some weapons already on Boomrat Brothers. On the right side, though, are they even making that shield belt? Yeah, they queued up 2 shield belts. Do they have any weapons on them, though? 1 great bow. Nothing on Flam. Honestly, if I were Boomrat Brothers, I think I would just rush up right now, take the objective.
Yep,
Hmm.
totally agree.
Ticks over. We're on the 4th tonight. This is the last day. Second it turns to the 5th, the gates are open, so to speak, and they can go, and no one has drugs yet. It looks like everyone's clicking the drugs, so there's like 3 cursors hovering around the drugs right now.
Here we go.
So I doubt they're gonna kill any scythers. They're just gonna kill them.
You think so? You don't think they're going to go for the objective here? Because there's only 1 scyther that guards each entrance, and you could get through that pretty quick.
Yeah, but with
Yeah.
melee?
Well, you one
That'd
trap.
be too risky for me.
Oh, you just do a trap. We saw people easily kill 3 scythers with like 3 to 4 traps and 1 range weapon.
True.
If you just have 2 traps, there's shit. If you make 1 plasteel trap, it might just one hit it. Those things do so much damage.
I mean, it doesn't do. By the way, like plasteel doesn't do a lot more damage than
Armor pen though.
steel.
It has so much armor pen. Look at the difference between a steel trap and a plasteel trap. The armor penetration's 165% on a plasteel. I think it's like 60 or 90 on a steel one.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather use that for like a knife or something?
Oh, for sure, for sure. If it depends on what you're prioritizing, but if you're going for the objective and you already have like steel maces, I'm just saying there's that 70 plasteel that they took it down actually. What did they use? Oh, shield belts, right? Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they just use steel, they're going that route, or maybe they just go for the invasion.
It's quicker to build too, is the thing, because plasteel I believe has a 200% work speed like add-on. Like it adds it doubles anything you're trying to make the work time.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, like if you ever tried to make a plasteel sculpture, it takes for freaking ever. It's like 1,000 something work.
I've definitely noticed that for obviously stone traps. Oh god, trying to make a stone trap versus a wood trap. I don't know if you guys been there before, but it's like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah, well, because sometimes you don't have wood on the cold maps, and you just gotta do what you gotta do.
It feels so bad though, spending like half a day working on a trap or 2, and then like it gets triggered by 1 raider and doesn't even kill them.
Or a rabbit, manhunting rabbit.
True.
2 seconds later, your 323 work limestone trap is like just dead.
Yeah, we
Dead
did see.
with it.
We did just see the Psychoid get harvested, and the power went out. Oh, they don't have any wood in their generator. So, do we see a drug lab? We do see a drug lab over here on the right side for Flamnux. So that's going to be some drug production. On the bills, they're making yayo. So, it looks like they're going to be smoked up on that side, and we don't see any drugs at all on the left. They have their 2 shield belts done though. So, what do you guys think is going to happen here? You think we're going to see a rush? You think objective? Let's go ahead and start with Venom.
I think I don't know, man. I'm still thinking about the herbal supplements. That is interesting. We are going straight up for the herbal supplementation to enhance the combat skills. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of seems like everyone's way too relaxed right now. Like, they're just kind of chilling. Folks are taking care of the business, and we have like less than an hour before everything starts.
I know.
I'm not sure what the play is. I will say one thing though. Flamnux is in a much better position, being right next to the entryway like that, or to the objective like that. They're gonna have a lot less travel time to get up there and back and forth in case something happens.
That's a good point. All right, what about you, Meow? What are you thinking?
Does Flamnux have any weapons? Did I miss that?
They are making one uranium mace currently, and they have one great bow, but that's it currently. So they got rush double melee. They would be probably toast.
But I think with I don't know. Could two Yayo pawns unarmed beat two steel maces not on Yayo?
That's a great point. And it's something to consider too, is blunt weapons take longer at lower quality and worse materials to kill someone than sharp. The difference happens where a blunt weapon at a high quality like a Warhammer can instantly decapitate someone because it has such a high base damage. So it's something to keep in mind that those maces might take a bit to take down these guys, especially when they're doped up.
Yes. You will fight until like the end on Yayo.
Yeah, it's that pain reduction, man. You just
Oh.
keep fighting.
Oh, they're going in, I think. They're taking down the wall. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to leave chat again. I'll be right back.
All right.
This might be it. All right, guys, so it looks like the action is starting here, and I always leave the caster bench just because they are not watching it live, so their reactions will be a bit delayed, and we want to make sure that you guys get the up-to-date rundown. Plus, this gets so interesting that it takes a lot of time to quickly cast. So it looks like they are going through the granite wall. Here we go. On the right side, they will see this coming. They're desperately rushing out that uranium mace. They currently only have one weapon. I think this might be it. They have the AO. What were they going to do here? Now, those two melee weapons, they obviously can't get hit by that great bow at all. Terranux really needs to be making a knife or something somewhere, and I think this might be it. I think they might have spent too long. 30 work left, though. These guys are going to have to bash through the walls. This might be tough for them. How are they going to approach this? All right, so he's going to destroy the door here. Oh my god, it's just massacring that door, the blunt weapons. Oh no, he's not going to get it in time. 15, 14 work. He's running for his life. The bow is shooting, but oh no, Flam! Run, man! Oh god, your suit is catching him quick. I think this is the pawn with the peg leg. It is the pawn with the peg leg, and they are going to run him down here quick. He is doped up. That bow is not going to be enough, though. Terranux, it looks like the rush is going to work. Although, honestly, crazy how quick. Oh. And you know, there's a club. Yeah, that is down for Flam. Flam is going to be taken down here really quickly. It looks like the rush is effective. The bow is useless against the shield belts. There's no way he goes through 3. I think this will be game. Now, Flam snorted a little bit of yayo before that. Maybe he was able to get this. Maybe they should have focused on more melee weapons, but there is no way that he kites this out with 2 shield belts. And it looks like the Boomrat brothers are going to run them down, and I think this is going to be GG. It looks like Hirsuda's still chasing him down here from the top. Zeus is very slow. That's the peg leg there. It looks like it is cold out too, though. Hypothermia is coming in. Terranux is running. A very technical win. Yeah, Bernal, but this is very like textbook. This is where they had a rush in mind. The other team were able to see it, and they just executed it in perfect timing. They knew that they would be able to run in, and it looks like that might be it. Now, Terranux is running around here, and he is quicker. He still is going to be high for another 9 hours. So maybe he can pull something off. We have seen a lot of underdog wins. I don't know what he would do, but it is possible. I think the only way that he wins is... Oh, is he going to get a melee weapon? Yeah, I think he's going to try to get a knife. Isolate. Oh, they split up. He could still win this. So here's what could happen, guys. Terranux grabs the knife. He stabs Hirasuda while Zeus isn't there. They need to regroup. Take the 2v1 smart. Yeah, so he's pulling back. Yeah, of course. Good. That would have been a really big misplay. If they tried to do a 1v1 there, what they could do easily is just group up. Go get the yayo and then end it. But yeah, Terranix needs turn here. Yeah, he's gonna turn. He got unlucky on a first hit. Looks like the knife is going in, but the 2v1, there's no way he gets this. And look at that, the left arm just absolutely smashed. He did down Hirasuda though. Oh my god, is he going on Zeus too? Is the knife enough? Oh, and it wasn't. That could have actually been it because of peg leg. And GG. So our summer tournament winners are going to be Boomrat brothers. They came out ahead 2-1. Super close game, second one. Third one, it was very technical, it was very textbook. They knew what they were doing. They went for it. They executed it, and they won it. It looks like the rush was just a good call here. I'll pop in, get the casters, get their ideas. After that, we're going to do a quick rundown with the victors on what their strategy went right. And then we're going to take about a 15-minute intermission and just have a fun match for the community. Not sure if that one will be streamed, but for now, let's get in and hear the ideas and see what went right, what went wrong.
Pretty crazy.
Gentlemen, so what went right, what went wrong? Looks like the rush worked out well. What are your thoughts, Venom?
Well, as my good friend here just said, if they just made yayo and knives, they would have won.
Literally.
Yeah, very much looked like it. He took so long to get down there.
That was very impressive right at the end, man. I thought for a second, we both were like, oh man, is he gonna pull this off?
Yeah, and it's crazy too, because like even if they had that one uranium club, they might have been able to do it. I was thinking when they saw them rushing in, they should have got a crafting bench and immediately just made a knife. Just something.
Or just repaired the walls. Repaired the walls to make it, like, just give him just a little bit of time. It's not going to keep it up, but it will buy you some time. Might have been just enough time to get that last, like, 20 work done.
It is very true.
It was well played by both sides, yeah.
It really was.
All right, well, I'm going to hop in with the winning team. And I'm going to quickly run down with them what happened. And then we're going to take intermission around 15 minutes and then just do a fun match. So if either you two want to join in that, by all means, and I'll chat more soon. Thank you so much for helping me co-cast today, guys. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
And for in chat, if you guys don't know, Venom Steak, lovely YouTuber, check out his channel. And Wrigglypuff as well is a YouTuber. He makes some PvP, made a specific PvP mod. Really cool stuff. So it's Venom Steak and then Wrigglypuff, and I can link those in the description after this. I'll put that down there so you can check them out if you want. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
No way to know what
All
we're
right.
building unless they checked.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo!
Yeah, you did it, guys. So what happened? What went right? I saw you went for the rush there, the shield belts. Was that the plan from the start? And then was there any hiccups?
No hiccups.
Yeah, no hiccups. That was the plan from the start. We were initially going to go for the sculpture, but we noticed that we had an edge on them in gear, and so we decided to just go get them. And I'm super glad that we did, because I noticed that their uranium mace has 14 work left.
It was close.
Yeah, it was super close. So if we'd gotten distracted chasing Terra instead of going after Flam, or if we'd procrastinated like one more second, like the whole thing could have gone completely different.
100%. We were all watching that too. The uranium mace was so close. And also on top of that, at the end there, Terra almost 1v2'd you guys because of that drug. He had the flake in his system, or the yayo. If they had even just had 2 knives in that, that might have just been impossible to overcome.
Yeah, that was very, very smart of him to go after our knife. I really like that.
It was a really strong play.
It was close. It was close. All right. Any last notes? You guys are the winners. You want to do a shout out or anything?
Yeah, I just want to say GG to our opponents. It was great games, and I was sweating bullets the whole time.
Yeah, both matches awesome.
Yeah, that second match was amazing. Holy shit, that was a good one. All
It's
right.
I think that mood is going to be very, very important going on. For these standoffs, like you have to go in with the bigger mood reservoir, and then you can just wait them out, and that's exactly what we did.
And I like to see that too. It's nice to see people actually having to care about mood, because it is an integral part of Rimworld, right? Mental breaks are a big part of how you should play, and if you play sloppy, you don't give a shit about that, then it might come back and bite you.
Right,
Yeah.
and that murderous rage mental break in the second match, if my break hadn't targeted them, it would have been over there too.
Yeah.
It's very true. All
Get
right.
on your feet.
Well, I will end the stream here, and we're gonna do a fun match with everyone. I'm not gonna stream that one because I do need a break. But thank you so much for everyone that came out to the stream. Thanks for everyone that was watching the finals throughout all the matches, semis. We will do another one probably in winter. Yeah, thanks so much. If you want to join us for this match today or in the future matches, go to the Discord, links in the description. And congratulations to the Boomrat brothers for winning the tournament. And yeah, awesome.
Thanks.
GG's.
GG.